Me.
When I tell you you ain't shit but a hot piece of biscuit with no water, I mean that.
Yeah. The Popeyes biscuit.
Yeah, okay.
I hope not.
Well, guess what? We're fucking recording now. So, you ready?
Do it, nigga.
You ain't shit.
Go ahead.
And welcome y'all to Blacker the Berry. I am Dean, baby. That over there is the Madman Los, and this is a special motherfucking edition.
Special one.
Wouldn't you say that, Los?
Oh, this one's been in the talks since season 1. Since
the talks in the making.
You know what I mean?
And fucking.
This is like the twin podcast right here. This is like, you know what I mean? If we could have a podcast that could be the twin, this would be
perfect.
This would be ganging them.
It was funny. I was talking to Justin this morning, and I was like, I never understood what people on Hollywood meant when they just said, like, you know, this fits. Like this makes sense. This is what you're supposed to do. Right. It's us having this goddamn mega worlds collide, mega fucking goddamn.
Not fucking time. Season 4 it took 4 seasons for this to do this. Most anticipated.
Well, let's stop talking about it. Let's be about it. Now, listen here, people. Coming to us from the universe of the Jackie boys. Y'all can find them at the Jackie Got Us podcast on here on the YouTube machine. Where else you get your streaming and podcasting needs at. Yeah. Listen here. We got them coming into the studio right here. Matter of fact, a little gym in here. They're producing this bitch. Hey, Scottie. Hey, Pierre. What it do, baby?
Beam me up. Beat me up, Scottie.
What up, boys? What's up, boys? What up, boys?
Finally.
Can we do it? Can we start it? We all said we're gonna have something. So can we start it? Can we start it?
Sure.
I'm saying, can we do this? Salud.
Salud, my brother. Salud.
Yo, this is T.
Hold on, Pierre.
Pierre, this is T.
Come on, son.
This is T, Pete. You told me. That's crazy.
That nigga got sparkling motherfucking. Oh, come on.
Yo. All jokes aside.
Okay.
All jokes aside, though, congratulations to all y'all success. I'm super inspired by you guys. I've been a fan since day one. Dean always say he a fan of us, but I'm a bigger fan than y'all. And anyone who works harder than me is man, God bless y'all. I'm so happy to be a part of y'all progress and y'all journey.
Thank you, man. Likewise, man. It's likewise, man. The love is mutual, man.
Let me say something. Hold
on.
I remember there was a wedding. It was Madison's wedding. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, right? So Madison went ahead, got married. Me and Saeed were, we came up here for it. Okay. After that, Pierre.
I wasn't there, but shout out to Madison.
You shut up. No. Now listen. We're not doing this right now.
Shout out to the owl. You know what I
mean? We're not doing this. I remember Pierre came up to me and Seed and was like, "Yo, would you be down to do a podcast?" I was like, "Fuck yes, I would be." He was like, "Yo, it's gonna be my shit." And I was like, "Oh, fuck yes, I know the world I'm stepping into. Let's fucking do this." So we linked up with fucking Ed and Scottie at the time, and it was me, Saeed, Ed, Scottie, Pierre. I don't know, not DJ Toom. It was your other man's. I know the big. I think he's Italian brother. He kind of Aki a little bit.
I'm upset that I missed
he was
out.
Doing the photography. And then I don't know if there was one other person there too. I forget. But I remember walking into that motherfucking the goddamn recording setup that Scottie had set up at his crib, and I was like, oh, we're not doing anything on Unspoken Truth. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I remember. Do you not remember when I came back? Because me and Los lived together at the time.
Yeah.
So I stepped back in and I was like, yo, we got the game fucked up.
Yeah.
The game is different out here. Like, y'all the niggas that got us like, yo, we got to start getting a whole different setup. Not dead ass. So like when you say like just being fans, like you complete like day one, like you definitely like you made us have to go like, oh, there are animals out here. And we gotta do this, man.
And not for nothing, I'll say that for like my friend group, I think that I'm like, obviously we're pioneers in terms of the podcast game. Like I don't know anybody that has a podcast besides P and them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the fact that we don't even know who has podcasts, and it's like I'm obviously gonna listen to y'all shit because we fuck with y'all and we know y'all. You know what I mean? But it's like the fact that like I said before, pre-production, like we're both parallel, we both move in the same time, both in season 4. What the fuck more time can we? You know what I mean? Like this is perfect. Feel me?
Yeah.
Like we finally got to this shit.
It's funny that first time being meeting Dean at the wedding, P and I had fought for you to be on the show. So what happens is we had already planned a guest. We already had a guest, so we shot 2 shows.
Yes.
Yeah, we shot 2 shows at once, and so.
Oh wow, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so what happened was P and I were saying, like, P was like, "Yo, my bros are in town. Can we do this?" I said, "Yeah, no, let's get the work done." And we had our guests come in. We had a spread because light skin, so we had mad
Craft
pizza.
services.
Yeah, we had to spread out like mad pizza and wings because we knew what it was. It was gonna be a game because.
Oh, y'all doing it like that?
Yeah, P
Talent,
shows
nigga,
up
they treat talent.
Oh,
well
y'all
right
take
there.
y'all take. Yo, I gotta come up there to Jackie Boys.
So we had to spread out. I remember
get treated
I
nice.
remember what type of night it was gonna be, and I remember P always travels with 6. He has 6 people with him no matter what. So Dean was pulling up. So I was like, all right, that's 8. Then we had the guests come in. So I'm like, all right, that's 10. I'm like, well, there's no way we're gonna have enough. So I was just like, let's just order stuff. And then on top of that, the crazy part about it is
you had liquor there too.
Yeah, of course.
Real studio vibe.
Craft services was ridiculous.
And then on top of that, the crazy part that no one really knows is me and Dean spoke for an hour after the show. This is after a second show. Dean and I stayed in the studio. Everybody went out, and we spoke for an hour after the show. And it was just like a great night. It was just an amazing experience, man. I'm so thankful for that introduction. So, Pete, thank you for being the glue, putting it all together, brother.
Can't wait. They gotta get the God on Jackie Boys, man. Fuck Dean. They gotta get the God on there. You know what I'm saying? Like Dean cool and all. Dean's cool. I fuck with him. That's my guy. But they really gotta get the God on there. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you know who had to break on there. They knew who to call first. Yeah, come on after. Come on.
It's only because of proximity.
Come on, enjoy.
It's only because of proximity.
Regardless. Hey, a win is a win, right? Is that what they not say?
Yeah,
and P, I thought it was like this, bro. For this nigga to be the guest.
That's my guy, bro.
I know, but no,
that's my guy, bro.
I know that shit. I would
have like choked a lot of niggas out of college for over Pierre. It's still in life, still even now today. I would have like, we could do this.
You probably did.
Listen, Dean was the big homie, but I was the man. Like I was the hitter. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, yo, chill. That's not even. Let P out of this, man. You know what I mean? Dean wasn't there for some of the time. Feel me? He wasn't there for some of the missions. He don't know. He doesn't know. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's different. So I should have expected to be the man out there. You know what I mean? Like, right in front line. I'm like, yeah. You know what I mean? I was your Pusha T. You Kanye, I'm Pusha T. You feel me? I thought. You know what I mean?
I don't know if we want to use that analogy anymore.
This nigga Dean Kid Cudi. This nigga Dean was
Kid Cudi. Yo. Don't respect me like that, bro. Respect me like that.
Dean was Kid Cudi.
Nah, bro.
Kid Cudi on the show first.
Nah, son.
Kid
Might
Cudi
not
on the first show.
You ain't gonna get. Yo.
You gotta bring Pusha T on the first show.
I refuse to. We're not gonna sit here and fucking hear me trying to say this motherfucker will paint his nails and put on dresses like me. No disrespect to people who do that, but that's not my flavor. That's not my style.
I don't.
That's not my listen, but that's not. I don't like his music and him. He's cool, whatever. That's not. I'm not a Cudi fan.
Yeah, go ahead, Scottie.
It doesn't matter. I'm not a Cudi fan. I don't like this shit. Don't fucking. Fuck you, Los. You know what you were doing. Fuck you. You did this on purpose. It's fucking 8 minutes and 22 seconds in, and my blood pressure's through the roof for no fucking reason.
Go ahead, Scottie. Go ahead. No, tell him, Scottie.
Real quick, Dean. That's a compliment, though.
Yeah, tell him. What the fuck is wrong with him?
I know you don't like his music. I know you don't like his the antics and all the other stuff. But are you a fan of Kanye West?
Musically,
not musically.
Yeah. All right.
Musically,
All right. So you're a fan of Kanye West?
Yeah, musically.
So you're a fan of Cudi. He's been penning Kanye's some of the best of his music.
Yeah.
It's just a fact.
Dean has grown, and Dean knows when to say, okay, I understand. But just in the
but not for nothing.
But Los know what he was doing. Fuck you, Los.
But not for nothing. How you not like Man on the Moon? That's number one. That's number one. Number two. Yeah, I mean, different strokes for different strokes. You could be Cudi. He needs to push it on there, man.
Listen. All I'm trying to say is I understand what you're trying to state. Just because I like one or two of his fucking big hits doesn't mean I'm a fan of his actual music as an overall. That's like saying
you're missing the overall metaphor. You know what I mean? It's not. Yeah, you Cudi, but you was the big homie back then. You wasn't the right hand, though. You wasn't the right hand. You feel me?
Yeah.
He's a big homie to Kanye.
Yes, musically. When he's
actually, you know what? I have no idea about this music. That's why.
You
learn something new every day.
Yo, he wrote Heartless, bro.
Yeah.
He wrote Heartless. Bro.
Shut up.
Yo, you can't.
Really?
Yeah, he wrote Heartless, bro.
Take
It's
a seat,
unbelievable.
Dean. Take a
Yeah,
seat.
Dean,
Take a
unbelievable.
seat.
You don't want to be compared. You could have compared. You could have did a whole nother analogy though.
Who?
I don't know, but you could have
Mr.
figured
Rager
something
is
out.
incredible, bro.
I don't know. You could do something.
Mr. Rager is incredible.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I respect it.
Yeah,
I
man.
respect his music, but like his whole, like, I don't know. I don't know certain things.
No, I get the antics.
can't.
I get the end. That's how. And I'm gonna shoot at Pierre on this. No disrespect, P, but you know I got to shoot at you.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Wale. The music's it's good music, but like the antics, I don't agree with. I don't care about the antics.
He started wars today.
Yeah.
Like I don't care about
listen.
the antics.
I like.
Like I like the music, but the antics I can do without.
And I fuck with Lay, but sometimes why the fuck you always crying about
That's
niggas
what
not fucking
there
with
we go.
So
But
don't
that's
stop
not
crying about
No.
niggas not fucking with you. Just double down in the music. You know
Respect.
what I'm saying? It's not like you. It's not like you not
Speak
amongst
that.
the peers. You know what I'm
Speak that,
saying?
Rose.
You're not like
Speak
you
that.
do songs with J. Cole. You do songs with Nicki. You could do a song with anybody. But why
Speak
are
that.
you crying that nobody fuck with you when it's
Speak that.
easy that niggas can fuck with you? Like, I don't get it. I don't
Yo,
get it, Wale.
That's
They be
my role.
disrespecting him.
Wale. Oh, my bad, P. Go ahead, P.
They be disrespecting my man. What do you mean?
No,
This fucking
how?
how?
This pen is crazy. Pause.
No, we agree with that.
Yeah, we're not
We agree with that.
not saying that.
Yeah, we all agree that his pen is
We're not
amazing.
saying that. We're not saying that. But
But the
why
role
why
of- the
why is
role
this,
of- My bad. Go ahead, Los.
no, I'm just saying, but why is his status and his popularity, if his pen's crazy, J. Cole pen crazy. They both came from the same camp, same upbringing, and actually Wale had a head start against J. Cole. So why can't we say he's up there in the same regard? Why?
Oh shit.
Wale, he's emotional, bro.
Not my point.
Nah, that tell you why he's always having outbursts and stuff like that.
Yo.
He can't be emotional.
Nigga,
That's
so
like
you can't
his
so
role.
wait, bro, you
Hold
can't
on,
handle
hold
the
on.
fame?
When's the
That's
last time he
light skin
released
rolls.
some music? I'm not even trying to. Yo, time out. You did not just say that's how light skin rolls.
That's our role. Our role is to be emotional. Our role is to be sensitive.
You call
We
him
gotta
Wale
own
like,
it.
damn.
It's a fact. It's a fact. That's what we do.
You from DC?
We saying Wale.
Don't
We
take
saying
it-
Wale.
He from Chocolate City though.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
You got to be like if you being emotional. Listen, Drake and Cole, when they're emotional, they get credit for it. They get points.
No.
Fact.
You know why? Because I can tell you who is very emotional. That's dark skin. DMX. DMX is very emotional, and he gets a lot of credit for it.
I'm gonna give you, and this is a perfect transition, and I'm gonna give you why DMX gets away with it because he's spiritual.
The Lord.
Mm.
Yeah.
This is why DMX gets
We could
away
gloss
with
over
it.
anything you bring
This
in
is
God.
what I'm saying.
You could
This
gloss
is
over
what I'm
anything.
saying.
You could gloss over anything you
Is
bring
it
in
not
God.
a fact though? Is it not a fact? This is why he gets away with that.
And God is good.
You are right though.
Yeah,
Shit, actually, look at even Snoop Dogg nowadays, right? Like, look
Yeah,
at
double.
right. Yo, bro, he actually's been doing like he has gospel albums. Excuse me, not gospel albums. I think he does have one gospel album. He's been on multiple gospel tracks nowadays.
Not to mention
You
the
are able
reincarnation.
to, you can, and he is dark skinned. You know what I mean? You can. Yeah,
Listen,
that is a
don't
very
let-
interesting point you bring up, Scottie. I never even thought of it like that. To be honest with you, it's interesting as shit.
No. See, in Black and the Bear, we don't have this light skin, dark skin dynamic. So it's just two dark skins on our show. The dark of the
that's how you
bear
need
is
me.
Black of the Bear. So don't let Scotty drag you into this shit
fact.
here, Dean. Don't let him do that shit to you. You know what accord we came on.
What he
You know
does.
what I mean? Let's keep
what
that
he
same.
does.
Eddie. Don't pull that shit in.
what he
Don't get
does.
dazzled by the light skin. Don't
What
you know
he
what I mean?
does. What he does. Los, I'm the gateway
hate
drug.
all
You hear me? Look me in my face. I'm the gateway drug, baby. You hear me?
Don't
That's
let
what I
that
do.
shit get to you.
No,
We
no,
came
no,
here
no,
for a mission, nigga.
No, let me
This
tell
is
you
my show, nigga.
Los, let me tell you like the great Malcolm X said, I'm the creamer in your coffee, baby.
Nah,
I'll
fuck
make
that.
it sweet for you. You
You
hear
know what I
me?
mean? You know
That's
what
what
I
I'm
mean?
here to do, baby.
You know what I mean? Nah, fuck that.
Oh shit!
Fuck
I've been drinking too much. But hold on. But Scottie did say something that was perfect. He said this is a perfect transition, but because we got some topics here for you, folks, and we're gonna have a little.
We had a little bit of fun. Let's get to the
Yeah. Listen, it's still gonna be a whole lot of fun. It's gonna be a
Let's get
whole
to
lot
the
of
nitty-gritty,
shit
though.
here. Listen, when Lo said earlier, this is like parallels colliding. Like I said earlier, this is the perfect worlds colliding. If you are a fan of Jackie Gotta's podcast, if you're a fan of Jackie Boys, if you're a fan of Black of the Berry, I very much would advise both parties to cross-reference if you don't know about the other. because you will not be disappointed. It's literally just different universes and different perspectives that you definitely need to fucking know. And so because we were having these two fucking monsters coming on together with us, we were like, well, we can't fucking slack, so we're gonna come out right hot out the gate. Now, I know Black and the Berry fans, if you have not crossed over, but I'm pretty sure most of our core fans have, and they are familiar with Scottie. But for y'all who are not, Scottie is an advert proud Christian.
Yes.
Right?
God is good.
God is good.
All the time, and all the time, God is good.
All right.
Now, and then here's something else. Now, for people who don't know, Los has like a blended religion and spiritual background. His daddy is Rastafarian. I don't know what his mom is. I know Pierre comes from a Catholic base, I believe.
Yes, sir.
I do not know if you still practice Catholicism.
Yes, sir.
That's interesting. Here we go. This is gonna be fun. And now, me, Dean, I come from the Baptist, you know.
Why you got that smirk on, nigga? Why are you wearing that bitch right now?
It's gonna get mad. That's why. Now listen here, something else. If something else here, people. I come from the Baptist faith, and then the reason I am not a Christian is because of my lifestyle choices, and I know what I'm choosing and going against, looking at the Bible. We're not even going to do this. For me, I have too much respect for it. So I have more of a spiritual outlook on life. And, I am amazing, but it has nothing to do with religion, but definitely does have a lot to do with spirituality. So we're about to get into a real good conversation here, people. Prince Hall Mason, to be exact. Religion versus spirituality.
You had to sprinkle that one in there, didn't you?
No, I had to make sure.
That was a little flex, though. That was a little flex. That was a little flex.
Number 54.
A little flex. It's like
Worshipful Master Gary Vaughn. There we go.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I just had to make sure I give my respect. But religion versus spirituality within Black Americans versus overseas, Black Caribbeans, i.e., Caribbeans, even Africans, how they practice. People in the UK, just Black people all over the globe, because we're represented within this sphere right here. So I guess my first question is just going to come out to everyone. Why is there such a big deal when most of us, worship God in the same, in kind of, I would say, when you look at the rituals, I would say that everyone has, within Christianity, especially within Catholicism. Why is it that I would say more so Christian African Americans, or any kind of Christians within any of the established countries, look down on spirituality, thinking it's the devil's work and you playing with things that you shouldn't be playing with, when I know that every first Sunday that was a ritual. When you're eating the body of Christ, you're drinking the blood. I know that in Catholicism, when every day that they every time that they go to have a service, they with taking community, they also pray to different saints, not even actual God. They Mother Teresa was alive when I was alive, but now she's a saint. You could pray to her for some help or some shit like that. So I'm just saying, why are Black Christians afraid of that when they're literally directly living in it?
Can I start?
Who's going first?
I'll go first real quick. I just got a quick.
Nigga, you ain't a Black Christian. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the motherfuckers.
No, but I was
talking to Jackie boys. I'm talking to you, nigga.
I'm from outside perspective.
Nigga, it's their perspective, nigga. You the goddamn Rastafarian.
Who said I'm the Rastafarian? You're
right, but you something not a Christian, nigga. I know that much.
But I was in the Christian upbringing. My parents tried to raise me as Christian. It just really? Broke off. Yeah. I was going to church every Sunday like that.
Yeah,
Sunday school, all that.
I
just stopped going because I was like, I ain't fucking with that. You know what I'm saying? But so to the outside looking in, I mean, I feel like because Christian is by the book. There's shit to guide by, and it's right down people's throats sometimes. Whereas spirituality is kind of like more self-based, you know what I mean? Like, whereas religion, like, okay, God's holding you accountable, and spirituality, you're holding yourself accountable to be the best person and to achieve these goals.
Before I let Pierre and Scottie come in, there's something I want to directly say to that, right? I believe that us as humans and us who no longer are Christians, or may even be like half fake Christians, they like to use the excuse that gets jammed down your throat, and that the Christianity religion, the way that it is taught now in churches, that comes down your throat. That's completely false. I've been to churches within the past few years that you can walk, literally come in as you are, like motherfuckers coming in there in shorts and jeans. It doesn't even matter. The rules. I'm talking
off a little bit.
Don't get me. No. I understand you, but I'm
It
just
was
saying
like Sunday
nowadays.
clothes. You know what I'm saying?
No. I understand that, and
Yeah.
I personally believe that there is something to that does need to come back more into the church. Even though I am not one, I still do have a lot of respect and love for Christianity because most of my family members are, and I am spiritual, but the way that I worship God does have a Christian, background to it. Like when I took my oath as a Mason, I did that on the Christian Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like no other Bible would suffice. The King James version. So, I just think that more people when you have a gripe with the religion, or you want to kind of get in to these debates that we're going to get into, I don't think that we'd be able to use that. It gets rammed down your throat. There are people who take advantage of it, because there's people who take advantage of everything within life, good and bad. So I don't think that when we're about to get into what we're about to get into, and it's going to get dicey for folks out here. Listen, I'm not saying for us in this arena, because we're used to this. What we do, sparring is what we do verbally. But for y'all listening, some of y'all gonna be a little hurt. And I just want to make sure that we just we don't got to go for the low bearing fruit. Like let's get into it and make people think on both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, no, I'm here. You want to go? You want me to go?
Yes, sir. What's the direct question, D?
Why are people so? Why are I would say major, like established country Black Christians. Why are they so adverse to spirituality when, or spiritual practices, I would say, when they themselves are dealing in that every day and they don't even and they don't even realize it?
All right. I'm going to speak from a Caribbean background, being Haitian.
Yes.
Sans passer.
Since I could ever remember, I went through almost all the sacraments, 7 sacraments. I went to private school my whole life. This is just something I always knew. My older sisters, my parents, uncles, aunts, cousins, everyone, almost everyone in my family has a spiritual belief. Is the background is Catholicism, as you said. So growing up at being Caribbean, I kind of understand what you guys are saying with it being when you point out the term being forced down your throat. But as a child, and Scottie, we talk about this a lot of time. Just your upbringing in general, how important that is. When for me, when I'm taught this from a young age, and I see no wrong in it, and then I go to schools where again it's continuously taught to me. I have religion class every single day, all the way through high school. It was almost like I couldn't think for myself because it's just something I always knew. It was like a comfort, right? My parents preached it. All the blessings that we have ever had in our life, they applauded to Catholicism, which I right now as a grown man, I still see no harm in that, because I think I do contribute all my blessings to that, to my beliefs that I've had. But why do?
Which is ultimately to God.
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
Now I think the second part of your question is the spirituality part, religion versus spirituality. Can other individuals have different beliefs? And another season. What's that? Go ahead.
I was going to say, not that other individuals can't have a different belief. I'm talking about why is it we are so adverse from our backgrounds. And what I mean by that is so I really don't even know if my grandmother knows I'm not a Christian. My mama knows. Me and my mama had a conversation about it. And my father knows. You know what I'm saying? My father knows. And then different family members know that I'm not a Christian, but they also know that I do worship. I absolutely believe in God. But then the minute I became all jokes aside, the minute I became a Mason, a few of my family members kind of looked at me in a different light, kind of knew that you'll play with certain things that you may not know. And I'm looking at them like, you're already playing with shit you don't know about. Because you're only operating within one sphere of it. And what I mean by one sphere of it is that you're doing things that you don't even really realize what you're doing.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
And I got a question for that, because it's not for nothing. What is, if we all worship God, even if you're religious or spirituality, whatever, if you believe in the theory of a higher power and God, what is the issue? You know what I'm saying? How it doesn't because salvation is just like success is case by case. You know, everybody has a different definition for that. You know what I mean? So it's like, what is the harm in me? And I still believe in God. I'm halfway with you on some of it, but I may not feel like I need to live my life by a sacred text or these commandments or whatever. If it's all about me, obviously you want to send set your moral compass to to be the best human you could be.
Well
but
said.
Regardless of that, if I believe in God and I still have that ideology attached to it, what's the issue?
I like that. I like that question.
What's the issue?
I specifically like that question because I had, with my background, with the religion I practice, I have many friends that believe in a God, that there's a higher power, but they might not practice the same thing that I do. And I think sometimes there's some conflict towards me. And I was getting to the point earlier, Scottie, you and Rec, in previous seasons, I think you guys are very
shout out to Rec.
Shout out to Rec.
You guys are very strong in your religion, in our religion. But I think for me, being an understanding person, it's like, oh, I can deal with other individuals having a belief in a higher power. I think that ultimately takes a lot for a person to be able to even do that. But this is like an ongoing discussion that I think we're always going to have, right? I think so. Los, I think that's a great question that you just posed right there.
Just because it's like, not for nothing, like we're all in dispute about whose God is God, right? And the story and all that shit, when off the essence of each religion is the same. You know what I'm saying? So what are we really arguing?
Hold on. Before we get into that spirit,
okay, all right, I'm going too far.
Yeah. You skipping with the gods, Dean. Because let me tell
I ain't dancing with the devil.
I like what Pierre said, and we're definitely going to get in more into dissecting that, especially Catholicism, because just me personally, just me as a human, obviously, I have issue with Christianity. From black
before
lifestyle,
I hear
whatever. But hold on.
Let's get to Scottie, man. We ain't hear from Scottie.
Can you let me set the man up?
All right. I'm tired of hearing you talk. I'm done.
Well, guess what? I don't give a fuck. I was listening to you talk, so fuck you. So now, listen. As I was stating, everyone has their own kind of flavor. We've all had our piece, but I not only want to, but I need to hear Scottie's most eloquent breakdown.
He's about to go in.
Of all that's what I need. That's what I need,
if you will.
Because you know what? Because I noticed he was sitting back there, relaxing, cool, no facial expressions were changing.
My bad.
No, he's about to come.
My bad. I was jumping the gun.
Scottie is going to be the one to finally let us go.
He might fuck around, convert me.
No, we're all going to kill each other now, and that's because of Scottie, and I can't wait for it. Scottie,
the good book.
Come on in, baby.
The good book says, "Be slow to speak and swift to listen." So I'm just trying to make sure
Here we go. This is what I'm here for.
Here we go. This is what I'm here for. All that good words in. So the question of before I get into my piece on it, can I read the definition of religion versus spirituality, if you guys don't mind?
Oh, I mean, go ahead, break it down, brother. Go ahead.
The religion definition is the belief in or worship of a superhuman controlling power or in a personal god or gods. That's religion. And then spirituality is the quality of being concerned with human spirit or a soul as opposed to material or physical things. So for me, I don't know if you guys want to jump in on that before I go in, or
let Scottie go. We've all talked.
Not for nothing. I got a good point though. Because in his definition,
that's no. That's the Webster definition.
In the Webster definition, is it sacrilegious to believe in mom and dad as gods because they brought you into life?
God damn it. Let the man. I knew you were going to do this, you son of a bitch. This is why I didn't want him to go. But God damn it, now we got to answer. Fuck.
Who wants to answer that first?
I'm just here thinking. That's
Who
what
wants
I'm
to
ain't
answer
shit,
that
you ain't
first?
shit,
I'm
nigga.
just here thinking.
No, Scottie goes first. Nobody, everybody shut the fuck up. Scottie goes first.
Lo, your direct question to answer that, a direct answer is I think we use the term God loosely. So
Very.
just like we use the term goat loosely. So I mean,
Yeah.
it depends. That is case by case scenario and how you define your term of God. That's where I'll answer that directly. As far as the
that means a no to you, Los.
Nah, you know, but
He was saying no. He was saying no. I'm not here for your diplomacy.
No,
you was black in the berry. We get down in the mud. We get down in the mud.
No, but listen. Within that though, but can we not say this is an act of God nonetheless? Because women's bodies is shaped differently from who, right? So with that in mind, they are like born with this ability. Not, you know what I mean? And then making you a father. That's God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's God. Like, you know what I'm saying? For you to have healthy, beautiful babies, it's a blessing.
Amen. Fact.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Adam gave up a rib, so mine got to be prime. So I just need to be. I don't disagree with what you're saying at all.
It's a divine act.
Yeah, no, I definitely I posted this the other day. I don't know if you guys seen it, that like seeing the birth of your child is a game changer. It's a game changer. I fell in love with my wife when I met her, but I fell deeper in love with her after she gave me the two greatest gifts ever. So I completely understand.
Y'all made your own people.
Yeah, I completely understand where you're going. Now with this religion versus spirituality and why people have an adverse to it, I think with me is the representation of religion from man has been flawed for many years. So I think that's the biggest issue with religion per se. It's like we look at religion and we associate it with a man who ruined it for us. And I don't mean man like just male. I mean man or woman who claim to be a part of this religious background who let us down in our definition of religion. And now we have this distasteful feeling about it. And that just goes to like bringing up the Lil Nas X situation where he was like upset about how they treated him bad his entire life. And that's why he was the way he is. And I can have empathy for that. I can understand that, because when you look at a person who's this pastor, who's been this person who's supposed to be teaching these lessons, and then they are not abiding by their own lessons, it's hard to say, yo, I'm signing up for that too. Quick story. I went to church my entire life, just like you brothers. When I was 12, 13 years old, my mother is a God-fearing woman. 12, 13 years old, I looked at her, I said, I was getting into football. I was starting to become a really good athlete, and I wanted to watch the games on Sunday. And you know, Baptist churches, you're there from 9 to 5. You're outrageous. So I said to her one day, I said, Mom,
it's a full-time job.
It's a full-time job. It's outrageous. And then you got the 6 o'clock service. But I said, Mom, I don't want to go here anymore. And she said, okay. I said, huh? Like, you know how you talk. We all black. We talk to a black mother. You say you don't want to do something that they what? Right? So when she said, okay, I was waiting for the but. I was waiting for it. And her follow-up was, you'll find them when you're ready to. It blew my mind, right? Like it blew my mind, because I'm like, what? How does that even work? Right. And I went to Catholic school too. I didn't stay long because I was too cool. Right. But
talk about it.
But but so in that moment, I learned that, like, wow, this is not something she's trying to force on me. She's giving me the ability to make a choice. And when you have the opportunity to make a choice, you are more connected to your choice, because you understand the risk that goes with making your choice.
Yeah.
So lo and behold, when I was 21, I was going through this life and I was living. There was a past life where I was the man. I'm not going to talk about it now. I'm an old man now, but I was out there in the streets and I used to get a lot of female attention. That's all it was.
You was light skinned. We know, nigga. We know.
And also for the people who don't know, this motherfucker's walking around at 6'5".
Yeah,
so it's
So when I used to live in these streets, there was a time that I felt empty, right? Like there was a time I felt empty, and lo and behold, I went back to the place where my mom said I would call, and that's where my religious faith started, when I was a grown man. It didn't start when I was a kid. Now, don't get me wrong. Hebrews 11 said, it's not Hebrews. It's one of those, I think it's Matthews or something. It says, built the foundation on rock and not sand. That, to me, that's a bar, right? Build your foundation on rock and not sand. So
that is definitely a bar.
That to me just gave me chills when I heard that as a child. I'm like, so giving your kids the foundation of Christ and then allowing them to make a choice is why I've been so dedicated. And for the last thing I'll say is, people lack accountability in life. This is just things that I not on a religious place. People just lack accountability. We can talk about political, we can talk about anywhere, and that. The reason why I'm so over dedicated to my faith is because I look at the good book and I look at a man who I believe was a perfect man, a perfect human being. I know I will never, ever come close to that. But you got to be out your mind if you think I'm not going to strive to be the most amazing, perfect man I could be.
Absolutely.
So for me, that's my inspiration. That's my goal. That's what I strive to be. And that's what I work so hard to get.
All right.
That was a lot to unpack.
It is. And here I come in trying to come pull with daggers. And the reason I'm pulling with daggers is because I kind of have a similar like background with you, right? So I come from a family with like direct, like I have a bunch of ministers, pastors. Yeah. My family is literally like littered
Deacon Dean.
Like literally littered with ministers who have their own churches. I grew up within a family church that we ran. You know what I'm saying? It's a like grandmother was mother church before she transitioned. I got a grandmother currently living as a reverend. She be out here moving and grooving. Shout out to Reverend Hitton. You know what I'm saying? Shout out. Now, like, so, but because of that, and then because of me and the way I had to grow up, so we're going to get into it a little bit. So because of my lifestyle and me realizing who I was and what I was at the age of like, you know, kind of like 14, 15, kind of realizing like, oh, fuck, this shit is fucked up out here in these streets. Like half of me is right and half of me is wrong. And I lived with that thought for a long time. Obviously that has changed. But that
quick question.
Go ahead now. Go ahead.
Living with that thought at 14, were you
the dichotomy?
Were you allowed to discuss it? Were you allowed to talk it out?
No. So so real rap. So I'll tell a quick story. I remember, I'm not gonna say who it was or the circumstances, but I remember having a moment where I came out to a person early. I was like 14 or 15, and I was like, "Hey, I do this. I'm not just one way. Like I do this." And then it was just like terror and fear coming from that human for me. Not that they didn't love me. They still love me regardless, but it was like terror and fear. And then I was just like, I was joking. It was some bullshit, whatever the case may be. And then it kind of was like whatever from that, because I only did one way.
Quick question. Can I ask a question? I'm sorry. I just want to.
No, I don't care.
When you had that moment of that person who had the terror and fear, did you feel rejected?
No, I knew what it was.
You knew he had to say, you knew you had to say, I'm joking.
That wasn't like, I'm not going to love you anymore. That's like, I am fucking terrified, afraid of what could possibly happen to you.
Is that
and
wait, are you terrified or is that person terrified?
That person, not me. That person was terrified for me. Like, what the fuck is about to go down? Like I'm still going to be here, but like, I don't want something to happen to you as the human. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever time frame that we still were going through. Like, I think when I did that, it possibly was like the mid 2000s, so probably maybe 2007 or something like that, around there when I had that conversation. And then I was like, all right, whatever's a joke, whatever case may be. And it's kind of moved on and just like I said, like it truly is both ways. So you can kind of like you can play the mold, and as playing the mold, and then you're going through like, you know, I come from a strong religious family. Like, you know, Christianity is my base. But then when I get down to the basic, like when I get down to the skull and bones, it's kind of like, I'm damned to hell. So, okay.
Not if you're not. Why do you feel you're damned to hell?
Listen, according to the good book, you know what I'm saying? And people need to remember, Old Testament God played no fucking games. He was not about games. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, New Testament God, like New Testament, you know, is still that would come out every now and then, but there was no games played. But like, everyone knows the famous island, Simon and Gomorrah, like, the whole shit had to be. You see what I'm saying? Like, and then like, people obviously always throw, like, for the longest time, not anymore, it's been changing, but anything dealing with like, gay, lesbian, bisexual, all that kind of shit was thrown in with pedophilia and all that kind of shit. So you had to kind of get rid of these motherfuckers. They're worthless, they're useless, whatever the case may be. And that's not my thought. That's the book's thought. And since I grew up the way I grew up, I respected the book so much that it was like, okay, I'm not going to go against it. So I gotta kind of make a new way, and then obviously within I found like within Freemasonry, and even that has its own kind of stigmas within that and all that other kind of shit. But I was like, oh, okay, like there's certain kind of like there like within Freemasonry, like there are like core constitutional rules and shit, and like you can't like someone like me could be a Mason with no kind of problems. You know what I'm saying? Laying live, votes on you, whatever the case may be. Like that's not something that kind of hangs you up on within that Masonic journey, which then some could argue was a spiritual journey if we really want to kind of get into that kind of whole sphere. But that's and that's where my kind of beef comes with Christianity, because it's like, okay, like if God makes everyone the way that He makes them, then fucking like, whoa, well, why give me this issue? Like, why couldn't I just be quote unquote normal, kind of move on? I should move on, but you gave me this issue. But then you had me raised within the family I'm raised in. Thank God I have the parents I have. You know what I'm saying? My father has like an openly gay brother, and my mom is my mom. But like, you know what I mean? My family's my family. Like, most of them are cool. Anyone who may have an issue, they would never say anything to me or any of my peoples, because they know kind of what would go down, because it is what it is. But no, and that's not me trying to be tough or anything. That's just like real facts. Like the parents I come from, they do not give a fuck about anything, and that has definitely passed on to their child. So it's like we can turn the whole shit up. Like it doesn't. Like my father loves to do that shit. Like even at his old age, like I'd love to fuck this whole thing.
Shout out to Mr. Maurice.
That's a fact.
Son, yo, Los, you know what time my pops is on. You know what time Brenda on. Like
no, Brenda's on a different time.
Different time, especially over me. She's just like
she's on CT. She's on CT for sure.
So that's
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So that's why, like, for me, when I look at Christianity, it's kind of like, all right, God. So what the fuck did I do? And why do I have to be the one to have to bear it and then like be strong or whatever the case may be? And it's kind of like I decided to just be who the fuck I was, and whatever happened. I found who I found, and I am supremely happy. Not gonna change it for anything. And fuck it. So like, but then on a spiritual tip, it's like, or excuse me, on a religious tip, especially look at Christianity, it's like, are you just damning yourself to hell, boy? And are you willing to damn yourself to hell over him? And it's like, I'm not damning myself to hell over him. I'm damning myself to hell over me and just being who the fuck I am.
Right.
So I'm just gonna transcend it because of already the other shit I'm into. I respect Christianity. That's how I'm going to choose to kind of worship you, but I'm not held within those shackles.
And that's my thing too, because it's like also like I have my own personal covenant with God. You know what I'm saying? I don't need everything else. You know what I'm saying? I know you want me to be the best person that I need to be, and I know that my thing is it's a little bit of Christianity mixed in, but it's just honestly be the best you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not made to do evil. Like I'm here to spread love. I'm here to share and help. You know what I mean? So that's me as an essence. So, to me, it's like I don't need to do all of that and practice all of that, as long as, because me doing religious practices or spiritual practices is me like meditating, me getting in tune with myself, because self-mastery is how I achieve salvation truly. You know what I mean? So it's like,
I'm not gonna lie to you though. I have an issue in regards to my spirit, and I was talking to my cousin about that, because I'm about to start getting really back more heavily within the Masonry, because I feel as if lately, because I don't like, I'll be honest with you, I don't like seeing the goddamn the colored flag outside of Christian households. I don't. I'm assuming not households of Christian, buildings, like of churches and things like that. I know the Presbyterian church that's kind of like, was it
colored flag,
whatever like that? Like, the LGBTQ flag. I don't like I see that they have split a little bit.
Yeah. Why?
Hold on.
You know why? Because it's like
Wait.
at the end of the day, when you look at the book, and I'm just from where I come from. What the book says is what the book says. There's no debating the fucking book. I
Who wrote the
understand
book?
people like to pick and choose and cherry pick what they like from the book, what they don't like from the book, what you should be doing, what they don't be doing. That's why
Who
I'm not
wrote
a
it?
Christian myself. You cannot be doing that with the book. The book says what the book says. So if the book says that people like me and my lifestyle, or people within that realm who we science has kind of proven in certain regards, let it be the government showing in animals that they can turn people that way, or you being born naturally that way, you know that you yourself cannot control what the fuck you like and who the fuck you fall in love with. That is a fact. We can't deny that, no matter how you get to that point. So what I'm stating is that if a book states that you as a core human are fucking wrong, you trying to practice that motherfucking faith is baffling and fucking stupid to me. So when I drive by a church, when I come home and I make that goddamn right hand turn, and I believe it's a Presbyterian church, and it has the LGBTQ flag outside of it, I am baffled, confused, and motherfucking bamboozled that you would even decide to fucking bamboozle, excuse me, that you would even decide to go practice this faith and then try to even fight against it. I see Catholics out there trying to fight it, saying like, oh, we can't get married to Catholic church, we should be able to. Why? Why? Because 2022, you decided you want to fight the goddamn whatever the fuck it is. What? Like the book states that he destroyed a whole island of motherfuckers like you. Then you decide to then in turn go, oh, I should come on, bro. Just figure it out. I just can't. I'm sorry. That's just me.
There's two things I want to say about the Sodom and Gomorrah thing. Sodom and Gomorrah wasn't a city that was just practicing gay love. They were practicing everything. They were doing all sins. It wasn't just one sin.
Where else do you hear that? Where else do you hear that heard though in the Bible that they speak? Because the Bible speaks directly against it, doesn't it? No.
Yes, but also in that context, they were trying to rape angels. I don't want to skip over the whole context of what. Like it wasn't trying to. And also, when you say LGBTQ flag, are you referring to the rainbow?
Yes.
Genesis 9 says. Genesis 9 is the story of Noah, and the rainbow was put into the sky after the flood to symbolize God's promise. So the rainbow is God's promise. Now, I know in the worldly, it's representative of the LGBTQ, and I don't want to disrespect or take away from that, but I also want to know it has a double meaning. Right. So the rainbow isn't just associated with that. Like my son will tell you that. I'll say this last point, and I'll let you. My son will tell you that, like, after the flood, after the Noah and the animals were saved, God put a rainbow in the sky to remind us that He will never flood the world again. And so I just want to know that there's two meanings to that. So when the church is putting on a flag, if it doesn't necessarily say that, they could also be referring to Genesis 9.
I know what you're saying, but I'm talking about the church I'm looking at, and then when you look at everything else around it, you definitely know what they're meaning, and it's not Genesis. And it's listen, I'm not mad at it, but I'm just saying it's not Genesis 9, and I'm just stating just like you just gotta call a spade a spade. Like if you're not invited to the party, then you fucking leave or you do not go.
No.
You understand what I'm stating? So when I see that, that's why the chorus kind of like, what are you doing? Like just like it. Everything isn't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? There's not to state that you can't take certain things or, maybe create something. Listen, Jehovah's Witnesses were only created X amount of years ago. I think in the 60s or maybe the 40s. I don't forget.
That kind of got defeated too. I
don't know if it got defeated. There's still a decent amount. But what I'm stating is that I'm not mad at you. 144,000. I wouldn't debate that.
I just really want to say this one thing too about Dean, you brought up something about like God in the Old Testament didn't play and all this other stuff, and I agree with you. But also the Bible says this, but also the Bible says forgiveness, right? Mm-hmm. So when you keep saying you're damned to hell and all this other stuff because of who you love and all that other stuff,
it's a sin, and I'm willingly going to commit it.
You're right. There is a sin that
I can't get married under God.
But there's no hierarchy of sin though. That's what I want you to understand. Like there's no hierarchy of sin. That. So for me, for me, right, when I was living in these streets, right, before I got married, I was living in sin, right? I still to this day have sinful thoughts. I still right now have sinful thoughts. I still do things that are sinful. So when
we have to live with that though.
Right. But I live with it and I ask for forgiveness. Right. I ask to become better. So like what you're saying is like, I think the Bible says, love thy neighbor like you love your brother. Right. So there's no situation where I look at you, Dean, and I look at you in a situation where it's like, yo, you're a bad person. Right. I will admit that I was a younger man. I thought the same thoughts that you had. I thought like this is wrong. This is all this stuff. I had to grow. I had to study my faith. I had to be stronger in it. We all know who Christ was. He never hung with the saints. It makes no sense to save the righteous. It makes no sense, right? So when you keep saying that this God didn't play, you're right, he didn't. But he also gave his only son to forgive us for our sins, right? And I'm not saying your life is a sin. What I'm saying is, as a Christian man who you say that I stick in, no, you can say that, but I don't want to be the one who puts that on you. Like,
well, no, it is. I'm just talking about like, and I guess not to cut you off, but that's where the contention with me and Christianity lies, is because ultimately, no matter what we state, right? You know, because what you said made perfect sense. You know, within Christianity, you wake up, listen, I had these thoughts, my bad. I'm trying to become a better person. I'm trying to get above that, whatever the case may be. Like, you know, help me, you know, figure it out. And that's perfectly fine for you. But I'm going to be honest. Man, woman, child, God, or beast. I'm not going to deny me. I'm not going to deny who I am. And with that, I'm not going to deny who happens to be like 2 doors down over there to the right of me, to the left of the people looking on the screen. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I envision a life of one of us dying old together, figuring it out. There's been conversation of like, you know, potential pups don't know if we'll ever really do it. It sounds nice, but the older you get, the more you won't want to do it. But there's been conversations of that with that human down there, like 2 doors down, who is a man. And I'm not going to ever wake up in the morning and when I pray to God, say, forgive me for my sin and help me, you know, get away from him. It's not going to happen. Or get away from me, ultimately, who I am as a man who happens to be boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? It just happened to be this dude. Yeah. Very well, like not for nothing. I very well, I don't speak on it, but if me and my ex-girlfriend didn't have the issues we had, and I'll leave it at that. I don't know if she listens or not, whatever like that, but because she's a good person, I'll never throw her under the bus like that. She's good people's. But like, if we didn't have the issues we had, Dean probably has a child by now. Dean is probably married by now, and no one even knows this. So that's when it comes to my whole thing where I'm just like, I can't deny who the fuck I am. It just happened to be that I accepted who I am under these circumstances. But according to the book, it you know, a sin, you're right, a sin is a sin, but I'm not gonna ever ask for forgiveness over this quote unquote sin. So let's save everybody the trouble. I won't be a Christian. I'm gonna do this whole thing. And then at the end of the day, we're gonna see if I was right, if I was wrong. It's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Yeah, no, yeah, but yeah, and I agree with that, but faith is seeing without believing, right? So no, I don't speak.
What's the rules though?
So that
we only have the book to go by. That's why I guess that's my whole argument within everything. You only got the book to go by, and the book says what the book says.
But the book says you can ask for forgiveness, and I'm not saying the book never tells you not to be yourself.
But how can you ask for forgiveness for something that you don't want forgiveness for?
Then that's a beautiful thing. That's why Christianity is beautiful, because you don't have to subscribe. You don't have to go through that. Like, if you don't want forgiveness, then don't ask for it. Right? But I don't think no one's judging you for that.
But I feel as if, and I could be wrong, but just growing up the way I grew up, the same way as you. Like so my mother didn't go to church that much, and my father, when I was growing up, didn't go to church that much until I got a little bit older. But I definitely went with my grandmother. You know, you definitely went to the first service, it was the second service, maybe even the third service. Had a lot of Sundays eating in church, watching the NBA All-Star game in church, because there was always a specific special service that happened.
That's where it is. Hold on. That's where it is. That's why you don't like Christianity. You had to watch it in church. I'm not lying to you. No. I don't want to watch sports in church
I
either.
refuse to do that to you. No. Some of my favorite memories. And I'm not gonna shout that cousin out because he wouldn't want to be shouted out on air. He's gonna know who I'm talking to. But like I have some of my most core memories happen with one cousin who has imprinted on my life in the way that I even operate. So no, church really it gives me fond memories. That's why I refuse to be disrespectful. And that's why I don't understand people who are disrespectful to it. Yes. If you're not going to abide by the rules that was set forth within the book, figure something else out.
Listen, we're going down the rabbit hole right here, all right? We're going to be down the rabbit hole for years. So let me be the one, right? Scottie, you got beautiful biracial children, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're trying to save me right now. I appreciate you, Scottie.
Oh my gosh.
Scottie trying to save my soul. I appreciate you.
Pray for you no matter what.
I gotta be the conscience for niggas. You know what I mean? Whoa, God is good, but let's just
all the time.
All right now. So you got beautiful biracial children, right, Scottie?
I like to call them light skin, but yeah, I agree.
Okay, fair enough. P, you like white bitch? I mean, you like white women? You like white women?
Come on.
I got love for him.
and just as much as I got love for him, right? Hold on. Just as much as I got love for him. No, I'm just saying. You know, much as I got love for him. You know what I'm saying? You know, we say the structure of the black household, right?
Yeah.
It's very important in terms of rebuilding the black community, in terms of the strength and prominence that we once was, right?
Yes, sir.
Can we say that is affected by black and white integration? You know what I mean? Integration. You know what I'm saying? I will say, no matter what, the kid is still black, right? Because black mixed with anything is black, right? You know what I'm saying? So, but is it lost in some way? You know what I'm saying? If I have a black and Spanish kid, is you know, their plight is different than just my plight as a Caribbean black kid.
Third base. Put him on third base.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, you're right. You might, or let him play point guard or something. You know what I mean? But then again, he ain't gonna have no Latino last name. He gonna have my last name. You know what I mean? So he's really liable for anything. You know what I mean? Nigga can play football. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, what I'm saying is like to the great, and people might, you know, you got to take him where he is, you know, because he's there. He says some validity, but then he'd be off the deep end sometimes. Yeah. But to the great Dr. Umar Johnson, you know what I mean? And you know, BT got the, you know, I got the Pan African drip, Pan African colorway right here.
Umar Johnson, but continue.
What'd you say, D? I hear you. What'd you say, D?
I'm sorry. I said fuck Dr. Umar Johnson, and I know you're 6'3", big, whatever. Let me tell you something. Big man heals from this fucking injury. I'm not even going back to weights. I'm going back to something else. Start some shit. Start some shit.
You see what I did there? See what I did there? I know.
You did that.
It's like I'm working with the Hulk. You don't think I know what the fuck to do? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You don't think I know what to do? I know when the Hulk gets angry. But
we were bros for too long. Not even recording problems, but bros for too long. Jesus Christ.
but to his point, sometimes, you know, he's about the non-mixing. And like I'm saying, to his point, it's like either way, they black, right? Yeah. So it's like, how do you teach Scottie? And this is a question to you because you're the one that got kids. How do you teach your kids to be black when they might be light skinned or might have a white appearance?
My kids are definitely gonna have white appearance. I don't know. It's a beautiful question, right? I think. Because not for nothing.
You're not coffee. You know what I mean? You're not coffee. You're not a hazelnut. You're more like a, you know what I mean? You're more like a
for the record though, for the
French
record
vanilla creamer with the coffee.
Hold on. I do want to say this. I do want to say this before Scottie even goes. I have a cousin. Y'all go ahead and follow him. Stolen Life Clothing, 42710. He anything reefer related, holla at him for. But he himself has a child. His children are half Jewish, half black, and they themselves are light as hell when he is darker than me. So it doesn't matter what Scottie if he was even
Complexion,
dark skinned,
right,
the kids are gonna come out. The kids come out,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
it doesn't negate whatever. Like it doesn't negate them that them kids are still gonna grow up and have black. Like them
That's what I'm
kids are
saying.
gonna
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Scottie and feel Scotty's like it's like what
Right.
the fuck are you
Right,
doing?
right.
And
And
they
when I
gonna have good hair. Good hair.
Yeah, and we're not denying that. Dean.
Fuck you.
I'm just no, we're not denying that. We're not denying that. I'm just saying, like, how do you do that when somebody to the untrained eye they look like a white kid when it's like,
Yeah.
oh, you don't know this dude is, you know what I mean? He had black and he goes through different plates. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel like I'm gonna finish
and
this
the
the
things-
whole episode. Fuck you guys.
And not for nothing.
Oh, not your daddy's Jack. Yeah, this that dude
I
saying, "Not your
started
daddy's Jack."
this like this was an empty bottle when we started
Jeez,
this. And
that's
I'm
your
gonna
daddy's
continue
Jack.
going.
But here's the thing though, because not for nothing, like
Maurice is a clear liquor guy.
okay. All right. So but like Scott, there's different things that you went through your life that okay, your appearance is your appearance, right? So
Yeah,
you
100%.
went through things because of your appearance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where your kids may not have that luxury because they not luxury, but they might not have that. They had the luxury of not going through that because of their appearance.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Because they're more, fair skinned. So it's like, how do you still teach them about shit that happens in life in society when it's like, okay, you got to understand where you fit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I'm a big two things. White wife, black wife, my kids would never have the plight that I have because of the hustle I have. So
Right.
So
I
right.
like
So
that.
like it's gonna be a different.
Got a lot of bars today, Scotty.
Oh, man,
Scotty's a jewel dropper. Let me just go ahead and I need to do something.
Got a lot of bars in here.
Type in Jackie.
Some of them was
Hold
from
on.
the book, though.
Hold
Some
on.
of them was from the book,
Jackie got us
Yeah.
podcast on the YouTube machine. Click the subscribe button.
Nah,
It's gonna
nah,
be
man,
a
it's the
cartoon
energy, bro.
character
It's
of a
the
black
energy.
woman. She's got black hair.
No.
Click
It's
that
the energy.
subscribe
It's
and
the
make sure
energy.
you motherfuckers get not only Scotty but Pierre shit.
No,
Pierre's naturally quiet and he's got a lot of
Yeah, he's
crazy exuberant motherfuckers right now. But you make sure you click that subscribe button to
Nah.
Jackie Got Us podcast. You
I-
motherfuckers. Do
It's
me the favor. The few faithful. Do me the favor. Thank you.
It's the energy, bro. Still sharp and still, bro. I'm around greats. So when you're around greats, you gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta be ready. It's not me. It's the room I'm in, and I'm thankful to be in. I will never ever take that for granted. To answer your question,
You
Lo,
motherfuckers are
is-
savages. Fuck that. Thank you. I refuse to let you out humble us today.
not for nothing.
No, because fuck you. I am very happy to be here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not for nothing. 'Cause people don't really know.
I'm
Pierre.
I'm the one answering the questions here.
Listen, you are.
I'm the one really interviewing niggas here.
Listen, we have color comment. Listen. You have the color, and then you have the play-by-play. We all know our roles here. All I'm saying is that I happen to be in the midst of great.
What are you,
not
the color?
only- I'm definitely color commentator. You're definitely play-by-play. You're the guy with that.
Even though I'm not a play-by-play, I'm really a color guy. You know,
No,
what I'm
it's
saying?
crazy.
You
how
have
gotta-
to-
yeah.
I
It's
am,
crazy.
but I can't be color, which makes you more versatile. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get it. I get it.
it's like, oh, who? B get angry. But all I'm trying to say is this. Fucking, I'm sitting here with goddamn Sandaire, who I like legitimately like have a lot of respect and love for. That is a man's man. That is a dude who does what he wants when he wants, and I can do nothing but respect that. And then on top of that, you have this motherfucker Scottie, which I said when I did the recording with Jackie Got Us podcast, the Jackie Boys, I was like, oh, it's no bullshit. I remember going back to Los as well as fucking Josh, like, we're doing this wrong. I know we're doing this because we got to get the shit out there, but we got to figure something out. And that was actually led Black and the Berry to being here. So, this will never be a Dave Chappelle and Keenan Peele situation. Like it's always gonna be love because
Never.
like you
Nah,
but no. But what I mean is people need to understand of we're black. Like I remember coming back so geek. Like I remember coming to Los like and Josh like this what we're doing we can do for a few more episodes, but we can't keep doing this. I got some niggas just like us.
It's the past,
doing
though.
like no, of course it's the paths, but it's all about also paying respect, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And so to doing that, it also has to state that like Jackie, listen, the Jackie boys, they have their hand on it. Indirectly, directly, however you want to state it, but like they had it was like, oh, you see how they're doing it? We don't have to do it that way because we're not them.
Right.
But this is how we have to do it our avenue, which is what led us.
You take bits and pieces.
You see
from
what I'm
them.
saying?
Yeah, like you said, steel sharp.
It led us to studio, right?
And it
led us to Ryan, right?
And
it led us to you getting in the bag, right? Right?
Take a little bit of game.
It led us to you getting in the bag, right?
Yeah. Like, I like that. I like respectfully. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Let me just implement that. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I mean when I was like, I'm not gonna let's be out humble because, like, you know, the reason we were able to make some of the moves we were able to make was because I saw what they were doing. I came back and said, we got to get the shit together. We got the shit together. And then using the talent we had to get the shit together, we were able to land us some stars that we should have never landed, to be honest with you. That we got, bro. Let's be honest with you.
Should have never? I don't use the word never.
At the time?
I don't use the word never.
We had Broadway. I don't use the
word never.
We had motherfucking goddamn strongman athletes.
I don't give a fuck.
Legitimate actors.
I don't give a fuck. Will Smith can hear. I don't use the word never.
At the time,
right.
It was like, oh, hey, we shot our shot. We got this like really cool battle rapper.
You got the biggest guest. You guys got the biggest.
We got this fucking. We got this legitimate genie. Like.
Yeah, we never
that I literally seen. I'm like, oh nah.
Yeah, that we saw. Shout out to Major Attaway.
I'm like,
I promise you, we're gonna get you your hoodie and shit. We ain't shit. But what I'm stating is that has a direct correlation to it's the butterfly effect.
Yeah, indirectly, it does.
Seeing these motherfuckers in work as a savage. I remember the joy I came back with. I was like, we can do this actually.
Yeah,
these niggas do it. And they do it very well. If we do it even at this level for us, this is what we would yield. And then looking at them now, it's like, we got to kick it up another notch.
Yeah, go ahead, B.
Let me get real quick.
Yeah,
but that's the cycle, right? Steel sharpens steel, right? Yeah. So if Dean, way back, you were looking at us like, oh, we got to step this up, right? Me and Scottie were off air for, holidays, all that, getting things right with the family. Scottie moved. Now we set a game plan. And in that game plan, Scottie and I on the drawing board, and we're looking at Blacker to Berry. And it's like, yo,
100%.
These dudes are doing all of this.
100%.
We're 4 seasons deep going into 5. Like, if they can do what they're doing right now, all these people that you just mentioned, Dean, it's like, what I like to think of it as is positive competition.
100%.
Fuck yes.
Where every year all of us are making each other better, and it's like these are the people that we need in the room.
Yeah.
It's not even like he's doing better than me. That's like it's like I should strive to be what he is and build on that, and then we're gonna keep bringing each other up that ladder.
I personally work site you guys all the time. I work site I want to do a sports show like Los. I want to do conversations with Dean. Like I work site you guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not a thing of like, it's not about being out humbled. It's about just being honest, right? And I think I just want to say this real point is like, and this is why I love you guys, is because men don't allow their ego to be pushed aside to give compliments, right? Like I'm never going to be in a position where, like I had this conversation the other day. It's like, I love that we can work in the way we work is because we've never villainized each other, right? Yeah. Thomas Sowell says people live in a world of where you have to be a superhero or a villain. That's not life. That doesn't make sense, right? That's just odd, right? So for me, every time along the way of the journey, it's like, yo, bro, I got like you guys said, the twin show that can make it happen for me, and I can look at you guys, even if I'm not even texting you or in conversation, and be like, yo, I'm going to get that. Right? There's another great quote, and I'll let you go, Los. There's another great quote that says, good artists create, great artists steal. So I'm just watching. I'm just watching the game, baby.
If you ain't shooting, you ain't trying.
I'm watching the game, baby, and I appreciate it for real.
No, yeah, and that's number one. But to this point, as like because like I said, like the twin show shit, like how have y'all like been able to reinvent and like stay tapped into like what you want? Because some people, some people make podcasts because it was trendy, and not for nothing, they ain't stay around. So how the fuck y'all stay around, but yet implement new things, get better, age better? You know what I mean? So it's like, speak to that.
Yeah, that's hard. P, you want to go? You want me?
It's an art form. It breaks down to a science after a while. You know what I'm saying? And then chemistry, and then not for nothing, chemistry.
Been around,
chemistry is the biggest thing. Chemistry is the hugest thing. So to me, if niggas don't got chemistry, I can't even vibe. You know what I mean? I can't even. You gotta make people want to listen. Yeah, you know what I mean? And I know. But you gotta make people want to listen. And if the chemistry is not, if it's not 100, or it's not like, and it's not for nothing. People see the chemistry in the macro level, and they see it in the little, this little subliminals. Like, like sometimes it's, like I said, it's a science. It's when you know when to cut somebody off, when you know to let them go, when you know to trigger them, when you know to cue shit up, when you know how to transition.
100%.
All that shit. I could, what alley-oops I could throw to Dean. Like it's not no little lookaways no more. I'm throwing off the elbow, white chocolate, like kicking shit, Steve Nash shit to this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like I already know because I already know what type of time I'm on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Bounce it and look away. Like this shit is already in the air. I already know.
And what Los, I have learned this one marvelous fact. All I have to do is give him an inch and shut the fuck up. And which is the hardest thing for me, which is and that's the same thing that y'all have, which is, I guess that's what kind of got me geeked today. Like I woke up today with different pep in my step. I even had a lunch today, and it was I'll never forget. Nothing was so disrespectful. You keep looking at the phone, bro. I swear to God, I had a lunch. I kept looking at my phone, not being disrespectful. I was like, okay, all right, I gotta go. All right. It was a great time. I gotta go. All right, what's going on? I gotta get some liquor, hanging out with some friends. Because I don't tell the people at my place of work what's going on because they're not ready for this.
Never.
So it's to them, it's like I'm hanging with some friends, which I am hanging with some friends. 100%. And
you'll tell them when you quit the job to make this full time. That's what you
100%. You know what I'm saying?
That's the 10-minute right there, bro. Speak about that right there, because my boss found out that I have a podcast, and I'm low key about the pod. You know what I mean? I'm very low key. I only tell niggas who are on a certain frequency that I got a podcast because I already got to screen you. I'm like, this ain't no normal. Like I ain't gonna talk about no clout shit. Like BTB content is timeless. Feel me? So
speak that. Bars.
That's all I gotta say.
We've had meetings about this. That's
all I gotta say.
We gotta
that's all I gotta say.
Like we got.
You can look at a season 2 episode right now, and it's gonna relate. You know what I'm saying? We set it up for that reason. So
it's something I would tell y'all to do too. Yeah, it's something that like go back at your old shit, because we've had a lot of meetings and Los has been very adamant, and y'all should be adamant too. Going back on your old shit, but Los is adamant on while, and I know people listening kind of like, oh, y'all kind of going to your own shit, but listen, this episode is for y'all, but it's honestly for us.
I'm a genius.
It's really for us. Genius. So like y'all happen to be along the ride, but like because like, and people don't even notice. Like I not only want, but I need Jackie Boys to succeed. Like y'all gotta do it. Like
appreciate you.
I like it, and Pierre. I'm not gonna say whatever our conversation would, but like whenever I would learn something, I would try to tell Pierre, like whatever the case it may be. But I would say that what y'all would definitely need to do, because we're parallel podcasts. Go back on your old shit while you're promoting your current shit, because Los is adamant about this. Why can't you promote both at the same time?
Yeah,
not for nothing.
Yeah.
Why not?
We said
why not?
And like Scottie today.
Come on, son.
We said a lot of bars that went over people's heads.
Pierre, excuse me, Scottie talked some shit.
Yeah, I mean that aged beautifully. That aged beautifully. So it's like, why not revamp that and give it to people like, yo, you forgot about this. You didn't even catch this when we said it 2 years ago. Dean has been fucking predicting the future for the last 3 years, and you didn't even know this. you didn't even notice. This nigga's like the Simpsons, you know what I'm saying? And you not even noticing. So that's why it's like, yo, you gotta like. Some people sometimes like, and we know like conscious doesn't really sell. We know that, right? Yeah. But nonetheless, you still gotta put it out because it's for the masses and it's gonna click when it's gonna click. And I already know when it gets to the big shit, I'm gonna have security. I'm gonna have more. I'm gonna have niggas with that thing on them. You know what I mean? They're gonna try to clap me because I'm gonna be telling the truth. And we live in a fraudulent world, so we can't even tell the truth. You know what I mean? So
and to answer the question about chemistry, it's funny, and Pierre's not gonna agree to this, so I'm gonna put his face on this. But I begged Pierre from episode 00 to be on the mic.
You did.
He refused. I begged him to be on the mic from episode 00. The first time, because I go back on my old shit, the first time he ever spoke was the Dean show, and I think Dean pushed him to speak. And funny story, Ed had to use the bathroom. That's why Rec had to use the bathroom. So I was like, P, get on the mic, please.
You're like Tom Brady, nigga.
So I begged him from like 00. And you know, like as we know, like I'll never take for granted. It's my brother, it's P's cousin, but like losing Rec was a transition that we had to figure out. And like Rec is a monster. He's a beast, and he's phenomenal at this podcast shit. Like he's 1A, right? And when we got the news, P and P got the news together, and it wasn't no ill will. There was nothing bad that actually took place. It was just Ed has different priorities at his life right now. I text Pierre, and this is when I knew this shit was real. He looked at me, and you know, we all know P. He doesn't even really say the N-word. And like P looked at me and he texted me, he said, nigga, where I'm going, I'm ready. I'll see you when I get back. Right? He was going to like Houston or Vegas. He was like, yo, nigga, I'll talk to you when I get back.
You gotta respect that.
Once he said that to me, it was crazy. We had like a 2-week threshold that we had to make a new trailer, we had to do new content, we had to edit, revamp this whole thing.
I love it.
And like once he gave me that, it was like, all right, we have to keep building on it and finding our stride. And like that comes from seeing how consistent you guys are and seeing like, yo, we all gotta make it. When we go, you guys are going. It's not a thing about like when you said conscious don't sell. Conscious is not the thing about sell, but conscious is what speaks to the soul. Right. And I think that's what people lack, right? That it's the old reference of soul food versus fast food, right? And like conscious speaks to that, where we need to know that, like, yo, bro, I remember, and I'm not a gun guy. I remember listening to a conversation with Dean talk about the NRA, and I almost signed up and bought some shit. Like, I might go get 2 blickies because this guy talking crazy. Dean got me thinking I'm gonna have to have that thing.
Not the blickies.
I don't have no, but you understand, I remember being so influenced by that. I was like, yo, I might have to, you know what I'm saying? Well, brought me a, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is,
Dean's a galvanizer.
Yeah.
He's a galvanizer. And sometimes I gotta like, wait, before you do it, no. I get trampled. You know what I mean?
Man,
but we'll never get signed by Oprah.
No.
Fuck that whole Oprah relationship up. I fucked the Tyler Perry relationship up. I fucked so much shit up. That's why we need y'all to go.
Now we got you. Don't even worry.
Our relationships are fucked.
We got you. It's going down.
He's done it. And not for nothing. Like I said, like the Steve, like, you know, we don't want to get into, you know, the humbling conversation, but it just because the reason why I say that sometimes, like, you know, this is our first episode together, but we already have the chemistry because of already know what vibes each show is giving off of. You know what I'm saying? And not for nothing, I feel like each of us sees piece of us in each other. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
if me and Scott did a show together, it'd be a problem.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll say that. The same way if you and Pierre did a show together, it'd be if me and Scottie came together,
you know what? Because my biggest thing is like, P, stop being like that. That's not like, that's you.
That's why y'all would be perfect.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
That's how
you wouldn't give this nigga an inch or a quarter. People don't know who P. Fuck
I'm
all
like,
this.
stop doing this shit. Stop.
This motherfucker Sandaire is a motherfucker. fuck
doing
up.
that shit.
Let me tell you
Stop doing that
something
shit.
now.
You stop doing that shit.
Listen.
No, fuck Dean. Put the camera back on me.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Doing that shit.
Go ahead to Los.
You know what I mean?
My bad.
This
Stop
ugly
doing that
motherfucker.
shit. Stop doing that shit.
No,
You know what I
you
mean?
ugly.
You know.
It's all right.
No, not you, Dean. Stop doing
You
that
say
shit,
you-
Pierre.
oh, yeah,
I'm not even worried about you. Stop doing that shit, Pierre. Because you know. You know what I mean?
You're too humble.
His thing about
It's
P, right?
disgusting.
Here's the thing about P.
I'm running to check on the kids. I'll be right back, boys. Go.
All right.
Yeah, do you think?
Shit come too easy for P. You know what I mean? So sometimes he gotta be like, all right, relax. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Y'all gotta chill out. You gotta chill out. You know what I'm saying? So he plays that humble role, like, so he don't want to be pompous. You know what I mean? Because
Can we be honest though?
if it comes too easy and he's pompous on top of it, it's like, damn, he a dick.
Let me
But it's
let me
like,
tell you
you know what I mean?
something. Let me
So
tell you
he's just
something.
like, chill.
I've told-
Yo, relax.
I've told
It ain't
Justin
even-
this.
It ain't even like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, come on, man. You got bitches going crazy. Like, you
I've
gotta
told
stop that
Justin
shit.
this, and I'm going to tell Sandaire this right now.
You gotta stop that shit immediately.
Motherfuckers like
toxic,
you,
nigga. You gotta be
they
toxic.
piss me off.
You know what I mean? You gotta be overly toxic for bitches.
Well,
You know what I mean?
why is he
Not just him generally. Not
Why
just
is he
people generally.
humble?
Him, exactly.
It bothers
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, don't be.
It truly bothers me.
I'm not.
I've
I'm
told.
Look at
There you are.
look
Doing your bullshit.
That
You're
bitch
still
is-
being nice now. I can't even
fine.
go in the way
That
I
bitch-
want to
that
because
bitch
I
is-
don't even know the
that bitch
shit
is-
you got going
That
on.
bitch is
I
Chestnut
don't even know
Jr.
who you gonna send this to
Chestnut
share
Jr.
and see. I'm just
Chestnut
being
Jr.
like,
talking about,
oh,
I ain't
because I
humble.
want to
I
mention
ain't humble.
somebody, but I don't want to mention nobody. But I don't know shit going on with Sandaire and this bullshit humble shit. It's funny. I saw this motherfucker. He released a video that he obviously did for TikTok. It was on the Instagram machine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I literally looked at the video.
Don't forget me when you pop off TikTok, bro.
I
Don't forget me.
I said the same
Don't forget
thing.
me.
I
Don't
showed
forget
it to
me.
Justin,
Don't forget me.
and I was like,
Don't forget me.
listen.
Not for nothing, P. I put years in. I ain't gonna leech. Just not for nothing. Just forget me. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Not for nothing.
I showed Justin the video, and I was like, "Look at Sandaire trying to be a hoe and being successful at it. It's this
shit.
bullshit." And then Justin goes,
What does that mean,
Hey,
though?
"Who? No. This is what Justin goes, and then we can get into this conversation.
Uh-huh.
Haitians, they're all like that."
Oh.
And he's not wrong
No,
because
you're
his best friends are Haitian, and besides one of them, every single last one of these motherfuckers is always on point. Always on point. They don't fuck around. Like, that's why it's funny that Pierre gives this like Fox fucking like I'm humble shit when hey.
No, I
listen,
truly believe
motherfuckers.
he's humble. I truly believe he's humble.
No, he's humble, but he shouldn't be. Let me be honest with you, Los. Let's be
I
honest.
mean, you gotta. I mean, come on.
What? No.
You trying to be a great, he's a religious man. He's trying to be his best.
What you fuck me and all that shit?
You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck you gotta be humble for?
Hey, like, what do you want me to come here?
Last that I checked, Pierre's single. Last that I checked,
Right
he's
now.
listen. Last that I checked, he's doing all right. Last that I checked, that like, excuse me, he does everything that he needs to do as an adult, as a human, as a man. So there's no reason for the man to be humble. The fact that he is humble, you bitches need to be fucking very
definitely
happy
alarmed.
about.
No,
Because
alarmed,
at the
bitch.
end of the
Alarmed,
day, it could be
alarmed,
bad.
bitch.
Because I know when I was single, I was like, I'm like Justin tamed a bad motherfucker. He was like, Justin came around, I was like, oh, you're interesting. But like, I don't know Pierre's background. I'm not speaking on any of that. All I'm trying to state is that whatever or whomever woman-wise comes across his fucking avenue, be happy. It could be another one. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I fucking wrong?
And we heavy on him right now. But I'll say this right now. P's the type. It's like he's like a Derek Jeter type. You know what I mean? He gonna get married until late in the years, but when you look back on his profile, you're gonna be like, God damn, like damn, like all his lists of hookups, you're like, damn, this nigga's well decorated. You know what I mean?
Fuck his hookups.
Not his hookups, but I mean like his girl,
fuck all that shit.
Good resume there, brother.
I'll literally see videos. I'll see like he'll post videos of where he's at, Now see where he's at. And I will let me tell you something, Los, directly to you.
Yeah,
I've never cursed you out more.
What? I'm sorry.
Than me having this fucking beast who only 5 humans in the world can control. Because there are times that me and Justin are looking at each other like, we could easily do a weekend in Texas. We can do a weekend in wherever. Because literally, I'll show him like, look at this motherfucker's doing. And Justin will go, is that Sandaire? It's fucking Sandaire. Of course. You don't even, you're prohibited using my house. It's fucking Sandaire.
but that's what I said before when I said we see each other in like we see yourselves in each other
because your beast I adopted, which I love to death. I'll never give up.
Yeah, but listen, somebody running in the crib, you good though. I gave you an insurance policy. That's what I gave you. I gave you an insurance policy.
Yo, the other day,
we're not gonna get to it. But what I was saying,
he just had an issue. I love that dog.
But what I was gonna say though,
he's great.
What I'm gonna say though, is that, like I said before, we see each other, we see ourselves in each other. And in P, I feel like that is like my international, my global self. You know what I'm saying? Because I see myself as someone that's well traveled, well cultured. You know what I mean? Been everywhere, passport stamped. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Earth is my turf. You know what I mean? So to me, that's what I see. Like this nigga like traveling. I'm like, that's. I mean, if I made a TikTok, it look like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's why it's like I ain't tripping, because sometimes like this is my man, 50 grand, you know what I mean? And I already lived through him vicariously 5 years ago. So it's like I ain't really got a trip.
Well, fuck living vicariously through the man. I see the shit. I'm like, God damn it, I want to go there, but this fucking animal, this monster I have.
Because not for nothing. He went to Nashville, all that other shit. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. It might be lit. I don't want to go there personally for me, but he went there. He was lit out there. You know what I'm
saying? Nashville is fucking lit. I think this son of a bitch was in Texas. Fucking lit. I'm sure. Fuck you. That shit is fucking lit. I'm not trying to hear none of this shit. This motherfucker be on this bullshit on this goddamn Instagram machine having fun. No, fuck that shit. I have a question. I'm not even drunk.
But listen, I'm telling you. Look at P though. P is a clean cut guy, right? Look at him, clean cut. When he walks in there, he gonna be wearing some shit. You know what I'm saying? I walk in there, I'm wearing a fucking hoodie and sweat combo. You know what I mean? Some like baggy shit.
Yeah, I saw some shit. I was like,
I'm over there smelling like Kush. You know what I mean? It's a different aesthetic. You know what I'm saying?
Different animal.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So it's just like he may be perceived better because he got boots on.
Because we're talking about Pierre and then Scottie's gonna come back on. I do have this question though, in regards to within the black community.
Okay.
So, lately, there's been emphasis on the black family, right? Excuse me, Los. Obviously, you're with who you're with. She is a Latin American woman.
That's
woman. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have.
I think she does. I think she does. Identify as Afro too, as well. Afro-Latina. I got double check, but I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so she looks like one, but you know what I'm saying. So Afro-Latina.
Square up then. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
You can't even have kids over here. So like, you gotta adopt or buy. So. You have
go on, brother.
Fuck you. You got that situation going on. Now Pierre, you happen to your preference is not Afro anything, right?
I love all of them.
His preference
really
his preference is the color of his shirt.
There was a time color of my shirt.
I hear what you're saying. No. Pierre's gonna say there was a time where I only like white women, but now I like any kind of woman.
Yes.
But my question becomes
which one are you dominant at? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? There's a nigga.
Are you talking to any chocolates right now?
Don't put him on blast.
Yeah, we on
I can't. Are you crazy? Are you crazy?
Well, all I can say.
This is a modern day Bill Bellamy, nigga. You can't ask him no fucking personal questions.
We're gonna have a lot of viewers. There's gonna be a lot of different viewers watching this when we release this. But
facts.
Yes, there was a time when I was, that was my preference, and I think I'll talk to Scottie.
I'd have been so proud of you if I saw you with a black girl, P. I'd have been so proud of you.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'd have been so proud of you.
Come to Albany.
Nah, it's not the same. It's not the same. That's not the same.
See?
You know what?
I can't win no way.
I'm gonna hit you up next week.
Not the same.
But Scottie, we had an episode last season. It was like it's the same topic that you're bringing up right now, like the interracial relationships, marriages.
Right.
Yeah, there was a time when that was what I guess I preferred. And that I kind of bring that back to like my childhood, because like private schools and all that. When I was in grade school, there was all of like 5-6 black kids in the class, or minorities in the class, and then another 15 or 20 were white. So year through year I went through that, and that happened to be my preference when you guys all met me when we went to college together. Where I'm at now, I went through all my long relationships and stuff like that. I'm at a point where I'm single. I'm doing more self-work on myself and things like that. And I'm like,
I love to hear it.
This probably the time where, I need to experience everything that I'm supposed to experience in my life before I'm 50 when I get married. Y'all invited.
Bitch, I better be.
20 years from now, I'll do that.
I'll say this.
Bitch, I better be. I shoot the whole fucking wedding up if I'm not.
There are a lot of people who get married who I don't expect to go to. But if you're one of the very there's only 10 altogether who, if I did not go to their wedding already or was not invited at least, those are the only 10 people I'd feel some kind of way about. Like, oh, really? That one? So I hope I'm there whenever it is, even if you're 75 or 80 for your first time.
For my first time.
Yeah. No, and the thing about it though, I already know that when it does happen, it's gonna be some upscale shit. You know what I mean? It's gonna be some shit that's like,
it's gonna be a party.
Yeah. I mean, like, look, you walking in like, look at this bullshit ass.
Shit gonna be crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
This nigga
I had to pay $3,500 for a tux to even get in this motherfucker.
This nigga
hate this nigga.
This nigga got flamingos. This nigga got flamingos in the lobby. Look at this nigga. I can't stand this nigga.
He had the kind of nigga to give you a 5-year warning. And every year he sends you a reminder. I'm getting married within 3 years.
I'm like, damn, nigga.
No, but yeah. So I'm in a time right now where it's a little bit different from what you guys had known. I'm
sure.
I'm more private with my business, so you ain't gonna know until you know. It's that type of thing.
Of course. But I won't comment on what I think I know, but I hear you.
I don't even comment anymore because I don't know. I'm in the dark. I'm in the dark.
I know what I think I saw, but it's I don't know.
And not for nothing, I didn't bullshit in my way when all. You know how many times I'm asked where's Pierre? You know how many times I've been asked that throughout my 4 years of college? How many times? I don't know. Do I look like his keeper?
Pierre is wherever fucking Pierre is.
That's why I used to ask him. Do I look like his fucking keeper? I don't know. The grown ass man. You can find him yourself, bitch.
He knows.
Pierre's like, what the fuck? Like I got a GPS on him. Like I got an airdrop on this nigga. Like I don't know.
You doing some Pierre shit.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. Why are you asking me like I'm supposed to know? But why the fuck you even ask me like I'm supposed to know? Like I'm supposed to know.
Whoever's listening to this podcast, oh, what is he talking about? What you know? Listen here, bitch. I see Pierre a lot. I just don't fucking say anything. Go on about your business. Leave him alone. Be lucky. You could lose.
We ain't gonna talk about other things when Pierre left me hanging dry and shit. We ain't gonna talk about any
Go ahead
of
and
that,
do that. I go to the bathroom.
No, we ain't gonna talk about
I got pressed on this other day. That one came up about a week ago, I think.
I'm hurt. No, we ain't definitely gonna talk about that one. That's what I'm saying. We got a tell all. We got a real tell all movie book.
You trying to?
You know what I mean? Like it could be some
box office.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. Like we could really talk about this shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's some real shit that we didn't experience. That's like that shit you remember that I forgot. Shit I remember you forgot. That
for sure.
Some shit that I don't know if niggas can really hear it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if they're ready for that.
You know what I mean? Not for nothing, because first on the first official meeting, we decided, all right, we're gonna break up Oniana in thirds. and we're gonna leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? And that was a sloppy business. And niggas can't move like that. You know what I'm saying? Can we honestly say that we Eskimo brothers? No. Can't. Can't. No, we cannot.
No.
Cannot. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not sloppy business. Me and Dean definitely are. But we can leave that at that. But you know what I mean? That's different. But you know, it is a different time. You know what I mean? But to see your growth now, and that is like the most thing I'm proud of, is because you it's easy to to absorb all that attention. You know what I'm saying? But you're taking the time for yourself and and really get to know yourself and double down on yourself, so that when you get the person, it's not superficial and it's not some little trophy bitch that just look good. You know what I mean?
Man, he understands.
I already know. Because it's like, okay, how many trophies can we really get? You know what I'm saying? Okay, boom. The trophies bore me. You know what I mean? Trophies bore me.
Most people didn't understand that. Like, P, what you doing? You dropped the bag. I'm like, nah, that was a P that was living a wild, toxic life. As Scottie was saying, he was out in these streets.
Are we talking about the P that left Los stranded?
No, we ain't talking about that P. Nah, we ain't talking about that. Oh no, we ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about that P.
Bullshit. But so since
we ain't talking about that P.
Scared back in them streets.
Look at that bitch. Look at that bitch vein. That bitch, look like the white boy in the math class.
I hate everything about you, but I do have a question.
How you come in? We was already having a conversation. We was already having like meaningful conversation. You come in and switch the whole thing up. Like we forgot, we derailed the whole thing. And the view was lost now because it's like, damn, this nigga Dean come and wreck the whole shit. Me and P was already building.
What y'all talking about?
Fuck doesn't matter now. You came in to wreck the whole shit.
No, say it. What were y'all talking
about? Nigga, I don't remember.
Oh,
we got good camera until you came in.
So, quick question.
Yeah.
So, listen here. So, when it comes to Black Love, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
what are we including in that?
Well, here's where I go. So, Black Love, is that just for Black man, Black woman, right? Or would that be for anybody Black? Or would that just be for?
What do you mean by anybody Black?
Could that be Black man, Black man? Black Love, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So anybody Black has Black Love. So Los, people like you and I, and maybe potentially people like Los, and definitely people like Scottie.
Okay.
So me, you, and Scottie, we don't have Black Love, do we?
I would argue Puerto Rican. Because their culture, because their culture is a mixture of 3 different components.
I've never done this, but hold on, because this is going to be a direct correlation to what you say. Hold on one second. Continue talking now.
What are you doing?
I don't know what he's doing. I was not planning for this. But what I was saying is that Puerto Ricans are mixed of 3 different components. You know what I'm saying? It's the Afro, the indigenous tribe that's live in the islands, and then obviously Spain, the colonizing power. You know what I'm saying? So that is what the mixture of the 3 is. So some Puerto Ricans have now, claimed themselves as Afro-Latino because they have obviously been disconnected from their Afro lineage. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was getting to before.
I'm with you.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think that was very far-fetched. I thought that was, right in the pocket. You know what I mean? But it's also he's going to come back and say blah, 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 blah. But it's also depending on what people identify as. You know what I mean? And who's tapped into what. Because some people could have a certain awareness of their lineage and not identify as a certain way. Whereas some people got the full spectrum and identify themselves as da 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 da. So it's all depending on that. And not for nothing, Puerto Ricans come from fucking Paris Hilton to me. You know what I mean? So it's like, there you go. Look,
Hey,
Brown,
I got a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Hold on. So you talking about Latinos, right? And being Puerto Rican. Come in the screen. Is that fucking African at all?
His
Afro
hair is.
Latino?
His hair might be.
His hair is?
His
His
might
hair is
be.
not fucking Afro Latino.
His hair might be.
His hair is not Afro Latino.
But not for nothing. When I was talking about the whole Puerto Rican culture, when you left, Puerto Rican culture is a derivative of three different things, three different major components.
Okay.
It's the Afro, the colonial power of Spain, and then the indigenous people who were living
Definitely
in the
has
islands.
Spaniard descendants.
But
Absolutely.
that's what I'm saying. The whole culture is a mixture of three different components. That's why you see Puerto Ricans dark as me. That's why you see Puerto Ricans dark as me, and you see Puerto Ricans light as hell. You know what I'm saying?
That one,
Caribbean people that are light too, though.
That's but
Yeah,
I understand that.
But then my question becomes that this can't be considered black love.
Why?
But I'm saying why not? Because
Why?
of culture. Why? Because of culture, it could be.
Yeah.
Folks.
But are you going off appearance?
Hey,
That's
his
the thing. Are you going
his
off
sister-
appearance? Are you
his
going off
sister
appearance? Are you
does.
going off appearance?
Yes, you have to go for it.
All right then. So now you
You
can put it in that. You can put it in that because
Like, don't get me wrong.
Form of the term.
Culturally, we agree. But
All
like,
right.
if you're like, oh, that's black love. Like, if we walk down the street,
not for nothing.
That's not black
He's Latino, right? Latino.
100%.
Okay, are in the same box as niggas.
Are they?
Are they?
Not
Are they
according
not?
to death certificates. Not according to death certificates in the
Okay, but
60s.
according to the judge, what are they?
Spanish.
Right, but just as much as we are in the box, they in the box. So
But
we
they're in
grouped up with them.
You're missing what I'm saying. They're in a Spanish box. What I'm trying to state is that
Hispanic
just
box,
because
first of all.
Hispanic, Spanish, whatever you want to say.
Mhm.
What I'm trying to state is that just because
There's a
you and I happen to date Latinas and Latinos
Mhm.
does not mean that what we have is black love.
It's not. I'm not saying it is, but I'm saying that nonetheless they are grouped up with us. Nonetheless, it's different than dating someone American white. Is what I'm saying.
100%. It is a little bit, but
culturally, it's like someone you already
you
have.
see how fair
agreed.
he is.
But not for nothing though. But not for nothing. You got
Actually,
Puerto Ricans.
like,
You got Puerto Ricans who are dark, Cubans who are dark, Dominicans who are dark. So who's to say that's not black love?
That's different.
So it's a going of appearance
So yeah.
So what maybe you have is black love, but what I have is not.
because he's fair skinned. But that's his winter coat. In the
He's not
summer,
black.
he could get darker.
He does get darker, but he's still not black.
And Shorty's not black either.
Who?
That's shorty.
Yeah.
You said Shorty. So I didn't hear that. But look at her. Hold on. If somebody looked at her and didn't hear her name, you would assume
She's brown. She's brown. She's Latina.
Okay. Either way, you know what I'm trying to state. That man is not. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Maybe potentially like Indian, but like no, it's not brown. Like
Yeah,
all I'm trying to state is that like
hold on. Y'all go.
Latina, like we agreed that she looks Afro Latina. That's what, so maybe what he has is black love, but like maybe or maybe not. I don't know. But like I can't say I do, right? Like that would be
If I didn't know her or the name, then I'd be like, yeah, it's black love.
exactly. But like they all come and shit. But when he said, "Oh, Puerto Rican," I'm like, wrong, because this one, he has no Afrocentric like looks. His sister is like a perfect blend of his parents. So like she has a little bit of a look to it, and her kid, because she's with a black guy, looks the way she looks. But like the rest of them look dumb. So I guess just blanketly stating that like, oh, because you're Latino or Latina, you're gonna, understand the black plight. That's wrong. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I got you. I'm with you.
Who he's gonna bring the camera right now is completely different.
I'm sorry, what?
If you did not know her background, you would think she was Afro. So go ahead, let's see her.
See who?
Oh, you're not showing her? Oh, okay.
Fuck.
You left. I was like, oh, okay. I'm assuming that's what was happening.
No, yeah, don't assume, Dean. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Make an
But-
ass out of you and me.
Yeah, no, but not for nothing. What I was saying is that, and to her appearance, you would
She's
you
Afro.
Would you consider that? Because she's not. I would consider Afro like someone that looked like us. Afro.
You know she got something in it, but you're like, oh, she's definitely got some black in her.
No, you could just tell her she's fucking Latina. Latina is in itself comes black. You know what I mean?
Yes,
so,
but not all of them. What's what I'm trying to state is that
Okay.
like this. That's what so like stating that this is black love
and this is my issue
just because he's Puerto Rican.
Not for nothing. In the census, that's my problem too. In the census, what do you check? You're not white. You're not black.
Who him?
Or
in
anybody?
The
anybody?
No,
is
they
he
have
white?
it.
Is he white?
No, he would check Puerto Rican. They have it in the census.
Okay, but you still got to go non-white or black, right? Non-black, right? You still got to go non-white, non-black. So
he would click. No. What I'm trying to state is that exactly
you click Hispanic, but there's still a race question.
Hispanic, Puerto Rican in the death certificate.
But what's the rest? What's the race question?
Puerto Rican. That's what I'm trying to state to you.
Is that the race?
In the death certificate.
Is that the race?
It would state. It would state Puerto.
That's an ethnic group. That's not a race.
You are fucking sending me up a wall.
That's an ethnic group, though. Puerto Rican is an ethnic group. That's not a. That's not a race.
You know what?
What is he?
1 second.
Is he black or white?
Keep talking.
Because remember, it's Hispanic, black or white, right?
Keep talking. Yep.
Am I wrong? P, am I wrong? It's Hispanic and then it's black or white. So if he checks Hispanic, okay, cool. You can check Puerto Rican, Cuban, whatever you want. But at the end of the day, are you black or are you white? There's no brown. That's what I'm trying to say. There's no brown.
You're saying that, right? Okay.
I'm saying that. What are you gonna look up like? Is going to be some world breaking news? You know what I mean? Like
Give me 1 second, sir.
You know what I mean?
Where we going?
Yeah, right. in the census that I've seen, there has never been a brown box. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
You can check Puerto Rican. You can check all the other shit. And I don't even know they even broke it down like that. I thought it was just Hispanic. I didn't know it was broken down to different types of Hispanic.
They definitely break it down.
And what? And where?
If you click Hispanic, doesn't it like it goes further on?
I didn't know it was a drill down. I thought it was just Hispanic, non-black and non-white. I ain't know the drill down. I don't check that box, so I don't. It's just African for me. So there's no drill down for us. You know what I'm saying? Right? You don't ask you if you hate Chinese. No, you can't share because it's not yours.
Well, effectively, what I was,
If you should be able to share your screen.
No, he's not. Scottie's in charge, so he's not. He can't share.
Well, effectively, this is what's on a motherfucking death certificate. So what
you're talking about a death certificate. I'm not talking about a death certificate.
It's the same shit.
No, it's
so
not.
It says
it's
descendant of Hispanic origin. You will click no, Spanish, Hispanic, Latino. You will click yes, Puerto Rican, yes, other, yes, Mexican, yes, Cuban. Right? You click.
Why are you checking yes to all of that?
No, you would click one of those, whatever applies to you.
Okay.
Then after that, go under decedent race: white, Caucasian, Black, African American, Asian, Indian, Chinese, Filipino, Japanese, Korean, Vietnamese, Native American, something.
Is there other box?
Samoan, American Indian, other Asian, other specified, other Pacific Islander. So what would happen is it would go other specified, and then for him be Puerto Rican, for your spouse it'd be whatever the fuck.
I understand that. That's different though. You're talking about a death certificate, which is more advanced, has more drill downs, more broken down. I'm talking about
difference. What's different between that
and the census? The census don't have that option. They don't have the click and it's drill down to all different types of Hispanics. And first of all, Spanish, Latin American, they don't have all of that drill down. You know what I'm saying? Why are you making that face? Like I'm saying something crazy. I really don't see it, Dean. Like I really don't. You know what I'm saying? You think I'm reaching? What? All right. I mean, there's really nothing really to say. That's how it is. But I'm also saying last time I took a census was when? 2010.
2020.
No, last time I took a census.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Was 2010. So with that being said, it's like for me, it's just like, and this is also not like this is sometimes you do this, Dean. You take shit and make it personal. I understand you want to relate, you want the viewers to relate, but I'm talking on a general level. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yes, Justin may adhere to this, but it's also some people have that plight where it's like, and they're like, okay, I'm this, but I'm not black or white. You know what I'm saying? So what box do I check?
Other. So these are the boxes under New York State, right? You got white.
Other. The fuck? What am I, a robot? Nigga?
Other.
Come on though. But listen.
Okay.
Let's say somebody that's like a couple shades lighter than you, right?
Who are they?
They could be Cuban.
What are they?
Cuban. They could be Cuban.
Okay, Cuba.
Don't consider themselves black, but they're Hispanic. So it's like they're not white, but they're not black either.
Okay.
What they check other too?
Yeah. What else you gonna check?
So you're gonna have a big ass box. No.
Or
fuck that.
Or
you gonna have a big ass box.
one
You gonna have a big ass box of just other for all the brown people in the world? That sounds stupid, Dean. That sounds fucking stupid.
That's what happens. And what I'm stating
That's dumb.
Is that, like,
that's dumb. That's what I'm saying. That's dumb. That's dumb. Why you got this big ass box for all the brown
or
people
it's
in the world?
not dumb. It is what it is. If me and him decide to adopt, if me and him decide to have said kids, right? Even if kids come from my blood, right? Because we're together, kid's name would be hyphenated, right? So because kid's name's hyphenated, obviously kid would still check, black, whatever the case would be, if it's my blood. If it's his blood, it's gonna check, fucking Puerto Rico, whatever the case may be. But if we just happen to adopt a fucking kid, the kid then becomes whatever the kid came as. White, black, Spanish, Asian, whatever the fuck it is. That's what the kid is. Like, you can't.
Kid's already born. Okay, I understand that.
That's what I say. So, because what you're trying to say is that, like, what is this person? What's that person? You are what you're born as. There's no disputing that.
I'm born as brown. What do I check? Other?
You're not brown, bro.
No, I'm saying not me, but I'm saying someone is born as brown. What do they check?
They check so unfortunately in America, when you check other,
in the race box, what do they check, Dean? Stop that. No.
Check other and you put in what the fuck you are. That's what it is. So if you're not listed, you put in what you are.
Right. Other what?
Am I wrong?
Listen. So I check.
Wait.
So I check non-Hispanic or Hispanic. I check Hispanic, right? And then I check
this is only for Hispanic people. Yes.
I know. Yeah, and I check under, or it could be for Indians too. You know what I mean? Like,
no, because the Indians have Native Americans right there. Boom.
Not those Indians.
South Asian Indians.
Yeah. What do they have? Asian Pacific. Okay. Am I Asian? Yeah, by continent, but what am I?
So click other and specify.
That's what I'm saying, Dean.
Other specify.
So you got to click other and then just break it down what you are. Other. I'm
you
Indian.
Can't say Afro Latino. He's not Afro Latino.
I understand.
Yours can, but it's not black.
Can we say
back to the original question?
No, we can't say that.
I don't have black love. That's not black love.
Because here's the thing: Afro Latinos, you got to think about it. Like the people look. No, but look at the area. No. Look at me. Pay attention.
Look at me.
Pay attention. I'm trying to learn you something. Pay attention. Yeah. He's over there inside company.
Latino? Exactly. Thank you. Go ahead now. Because he's looking at me like I was crazy for a second. I was like, I'm sorry.
That's what he identifies as. That's not.
And I just said you happen to have black love, but just stating that all.
But that's but that's not what she identifies either. She doesn't identify as black. She identifies as brown. So what do you put? That's what I'm trying to say. That's one. Two is that, Dean, you're not understanding that, brown, like. Huh? Okay, he's trolling. So you know,
no, I'm not trolling. No, the reason I'm saying trolling is because, like, I would assume that she would.
Well, she's not black. She's not black. She's not.
No, but she's. Wait, hold on. We can debate that because, like,
but I'm trying to tell you.
Hold on. Here's a question. So, are we talking about race or talking about culture? Because let's say that if you took her and she was raised.
What are you talking about?
Southern Baptist Church.
Race. You're talking about race. I was talking about the culture. You're talking about race.
Obviously have Spaniard in the man.
Okay,
yours does not.
But it's just as much. That's argued. But just as historically, culturally, Puerto Rican is a divert of three different cultures. So you can say he does have some Afro influence in his culture.
I got the Spaniard one for the most part.
That's case by case. I understand that.
Yes.
But what I'm saying.
Your case is different. Okay, I hear you.
But
I know you're trying to state.
What I'm trying to say is, you got to look at the in the areas where they identify themselves as Afro, where the populations are Afro. Cuba, DR, Brazil. You know what I'm saying? Even though, can you even say those are Latinos? They're just the biggest population of black people. You know what I'm saying? Outside of Africa and the U.S. So it's like you got to look at those areas, number one. You know what I'm saying? And then it seems like who identifies as Afro? Because Central American countries don't. Some of them don't. And it's also because of awareness. How much do they know about the black influence? Because a lot of people don't know about the black influence. And people say the more you dig about history is the blacker the world gets. So some people are not even on that tip to even know that they are part black or this or this or this or even know where their even lineage comes from. So that's number two. And it's all, and I keep saying it comes down to their identity, what they know and what they are raised as. Because not for nothing, you could have some Puerto Ricans who may be a little bit darker than Justin, raised in the South Bronx, have a fucked up Afro all their lives, and they will say that they're Afro Latino.
He does have a fucked up afro, but what I'm stating is that, like, even if he, like, no, because he does, he has, like,
but he has black features, though. Am I right?
Yes, he does has black features, but what I'm stating is that, like,
where do you think that come from? The one of the three is 1/3. It's 1/3 Afro. Where do you think that come from?
You win. I won't argue no more. You win. Because he was looking at me crazy when I was saying he's not Afro Latino. Hey, you okay?
What do you mean he was saying that he's not Afro Latino? Like he was saying that he is?
I was stating it, and the nigga looked at me from like, y'all can't see it, but where he was looking at me from was like he was gonna murder me in my fucking food.
Why? Because
we good?
Because he
I love you. You good?
He identifies as that.
All right, cool. I don't know.
See, Dean was trying to make a point. It didn't work. It didn't work.
It didn't. I lost. So I just
I was shocked because he was saying some bullshit. You
I wasn't saying no.
Nah, you were saying some
bullshit.
No
bullshit. I was not saying no bullshit.
P.
It's the truth.
He was saying, who won this one? He was saying some bullshit.
My question is that term? You got to take that term at face value, right?
That's what I was trying to state. Yeah. Like just because somebody is Latino doesn't mean that they're like Afro Latino.
Of
like,
course,
you know
I'm not saying that they are, but it's also on awareness and all of this.
Hold on, I just had a hold on
because you can't say a Cuban. You can say a Cuban.
Hold on. Because no, I'm completely wrong, and the reason I'm saying that I'm wrong is because him and his sister come from the same mama and daddy. She has if she wanted to claim Afro Latina, no one would bat an eye because she has darker features. But both of his parents, do not. Oh, that's why he's looking at me crazy. I was wrong. Los is right. Los wins, baby.
Not for nothing, because it's the black features. They don't have this long, silky hair like these Europeans.
Yeah, but obviously he's in their blood because
features.
Because like his he has
they got melanin, a heavy source of melanin.
His sister like clearly looks like, oh, chocolate. We know you're Spanish, but you look like you got some chocolate in you.
That's what I'm saying is that what do people do? Like, okay, I'm Puerto Rican, or I'm Cuban, or I'm Dominican, and I'm brown, where I'm not black and I'm not white. So what do I check? I check other and specify? Come on. It got to be something else.
Not to be funny, but yeah, that's what you do. You click other specify. You click what you are on the Hispanic origin one, and you will click other specify so people will know which one you did.
That's bullshit.
I hear what you're stating, but that's what I'm trying to state. Like that's why I pulled death certificate, because I was like, oh, that's what we would deal with. Like this what we click.
And you're going over the death certificate. That's not, you know.
That's effectively the census. The same world. Just recently dealt with a South Asian man who was born in Jamaica. Like, so the death certificate looked a little different. No Hispanic origin, other. You know what I'm saying? Like, put what we put.
I mean,
and he looked Indian, quote unquote. That's what I'm trying to state, is that when you come down to specifics of how humans are categorized, that's what I'm stating, is that like if we're gonna be technical,
well, it could get into
while you have black love, I don't, and we're both within the Latino, Latina, the South, you know, whatever that is, base, and he's Caribbean,
yeah,
but it's not black love.
I mean, it's all depending on what, because at the end of the day, my kids are gonna be black and my kids are gonna be dark. You know what I mean?
Your
And
kids.
my kids will be Afro Latino.
Yeah, your kids. Yes.
Your
But
kids,
like,
if you could had kids,
even if he
your
was,
kids would have been.
yeah, if I could have had it, but it's not. Well, I'll probably adopt. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna have kids or adopt. I don't know. But regardless, what I'm stating is that even if it, like, you know, besides his sister who has Afro features, the rest of them do not.
And we just had to work out some kinks of Dean's colorism. You know what I mean? I'm surprised that we had to actually do that. We had to actually work those out.
We did.
It's gonna be a Joe Rogan episode, people. We're gonna be on here for like 3 hours.
We did. We had to work those out because you saw. I don't know if y'all saw. Dean had to work some shit out just now. He was like, nah. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like, and you said this you said this on personal BTB episodes before that black people are coming all shades, all sizes. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that is
Mike Daniels for the Dolphins. His daddy black. You're right. And I got cousins who look white but are black. You're right. We come in all shapes and sizes. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So who's to say who's Afro, who's not?
So maybe that's why he was looking at me like that.
But not for nothing. A lot of Dominicans said that.
I was sorry. My bad.
A lot of the
You are what you want, whatever you want to be.
He's drunk. A lot of the
No, I'm fine actually.
No, but not for nothing. A lot of like I said, Cubans and Dominicans, they are dark as shit and don't identify as Afro Latino, even though they're dark as me. You know what I'm saying? So how do we say that's just on them?
I was not talking, but I guess that's where we have the disconnect, because I was not talking about those individuals.
But no, but not for nothing. Puerto Ricans have the same scale.
But that's why I brought him out there on purpose.
They have the same scale, though. They have the same scale.
I understand what you're stating, but I was talking about this one in particular to show an example of the lightness. Sorry about this, Pierre. You've kind of like delved. This is it's kind of what Black and Berry is about, as you would know. We just kind of get into these kind of conversations.
I'm enjoying this.
A rabbit hole.
No, because Dean think he nah. Bro.
No, but I'm not wrong.
You are. You are, bro. It's just eat it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not. I've admitted where I was wrong, but like ultimately I was trying to stay. Like it's not. Fuck you.
Okay. You feel better now?
No. But so now when we get back into Black Love, right? And then it sucks because Scottie's not here, so well, that next one is for we would need him too.
No, let's XP this.
You
ideally P.
You
like what? Like, are you? What's up? Like, what would you want? Would you want like a black family, or would you care? It doesn't matter to you, or what? Like mixed race or what?
Nah, it doesn't matter to me.
Whoever clicks.
Yeah, that's at this point. Yeah, that's it. I can marry.
We're getting old now. We don't got dating is boring. I ain't gonna lie, dating is boring, and I haven't dated in years, and I can already see it's exhausting, right?
Exhausting.
Let's speak to that, because let's speak to the standard of courtship, because I think that this is a very important thing that I've talked with some peers, talked with some older people about the standard of courtship. Shit has been fucking fugazed in this modern day. You know what I'm saying? Where like women have some expectation of this courtship, and it's like, listen, I don't know who Prince Charming. This is not him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how is this dating thing? How is it like? You know what I mean? Like going through the like seeing if you will fit, if you even have a click, if there's chemistry, cutting bitches off, knowing when you want to take a girl on the next date. It's a lot to it. You know what I'm saying? Thank God it's worked for me.
I mean, I think.
Would you say you're bad at dating because you don't have a girlfriend yet?
Hell no.
You're just a bad dater.
Nah, I'm not a bad dater.
You're good. You one of them ones.
I'm not being humble on this one.
Okay. You just haven't found her yet. You need honestly, P. You need.
I'm just really enjoying like where
we need to set up a show for P where it's like The Bachelorette. You know what I mean? Jackie Boys and BTB. We could collab on the production. Really get this done. P should be the new Bachelorette, and I know there was a black. Yeah, that's my bad. Bachelor, my bad. You ain't a bachelor. I know there was a black bachelor, but he didn't give you that nigga feel. P gonna at least do that for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like
that black bachelor was whack.
Right.
Exactly. He was right. The nigga from Boston. Come on now. He didn't give me that nigga feel. P. At least he look a little dangerous. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like it would be perfect with P. You know what I'm saying? We can have all types of women. We need to set that up, P.
That's a
real.
wild show.
For real. I'll be one of the producers like causing drama and shit. I'm like, tell the cameras that bitch Stacy talking shit about you. I'll be the producer man talking, stirring up mad drama.
Oh man.
P gonna fuck like two of the girls on there.
Just two?
Nigga, you're like, I'm sorry, I had relations with you, and I had relations with you.
No. You got the game fucked up.
You both get rose.
Pierre's gonna look at him like, you know what you signed up for.
Oh god.
Pierre's gonna be like, I had a 2-on-1 date, and both of y'all get roses. I'm gonna leave it at that.
What?
We need that.
What?
100%.
We need that in the works. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be perfectly and you know what it is? Because you know why? I feel like girls
and people, we're gonna continue to go on this tangent because
girls will simp
the
for
topics that we have, we need Scottie for, but don't worry.
Girls will simp.
We're still getting after it.
Girls will simp for him.
Just to let y'all know, Scottie, he's taking care of one of the
babies.
I
saw. Yeah, we ain't gonna put that out there.
No, I mean the viewers, listeners.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you letting them know?
Okay.
Ain't none of y'all. Hey, listen. This is the difference between Jackie boys and Jackie Got Us podcast of Black and Berry. Because we wasn't gonna tell y'all shit about what that man was doing.
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
It was none of your fucking business.
He got on.
Hey, listen, yo. Our normal B2B fans like, you know what? Them Jackie boys are kind of cool. Letting us know what's going on. BTB just gotta keeps it pushing, tells us to go fuck off. Yeah. You
Don't ask me where
them.
Don't ask me where he is. I don't know where he is. Don't ask me where he is. But anyway,
doing shit that's none of y'all fucking business.
To my point though, I feel like it would be a nice show for P. You know what I mean? Because we get a nice assortment of women. You know what I'm saying? You know, and listen. I don't see it. I see it. I got the eye.
Ultimately, it comes down with that because, like, you know, there's a lot of women who will be watching this.
Women will simp for him for sure. I know. Bitches will do it. They'll go to.
You gotta remember too, because
they'll go to the extent. Pete, what you need? Chill. I don't need anything. you want me to bring you some food?
But you know what though? You know what's funny? Sandaire, let me know if I'm speaking out of pocket. Please.
You want a bagel or something?
But toast. But like, if you're a woman out there and you're looking at Sandaire and you want to throw your shot, that's not how you're gonna get the man. You're not gonna get the man by being like, you know, run over and being fucking like, you know, just a regular bitch. Like establish yourself and establish who you are. And you may potentially be able to, you know, hang with the god. You know, it's not for the faint of heart, and you know, and it's not for you all who are just looking for like a clout chase. Like, yeah, you see the man on your TikTok machine and your Instagram machine doing whatever the fuck he's doing, but like, don't listen to this shit and think you can just throw your shot because you quote unquote different, bitch. You're regular to him.
Yeah, you ain't never been different. You ain't never been different, bitch. But
you guys have your relationships. Shout out to you guys. Yeah. You guys found what that other part of you that completes you, what you were missing.
I've had to come to realize that I was bagged. It wasn't even me.
Well,
I was a victim.
Right.
I was a victim.
You complete Justin.
Fucking victim.
But you guys found that, right? You guys clicked. There's certain things that they're better at than you are.
And timing too, I would say, is a thing too.
And timing. Timing is everything. And for Dean, what you were just going off of, you're right. I went through my past, and I know it's a drawing board every day. I need this. I need this. I need this. If I don't get it, then I'm fine where I'm at right now. It's timing. It's going to come I just gotta be patient and then continue doing what I'm doing.
But not every bitch is going. Not every woman is. Not every woman is going to check off all the boxes, though.
No,
P.
not at all. Not at all.
So if you got 8 boxes,
well, no human checks off all the boxes, do they?
some might.
Really?
Some might.
Really?
Some might. Because some girl, it all depends. It depends. It depends on how many boxes you set. You may only set 4 boxes. It's easy to check off 4 boxes versus 8, 6. You know what I'm saying? I got a car. I got my own crib. I got a job.
Well,
that doesn't. Well, so does Sandaire, but he's still out here living his life.
But some people have basic boxes.
Yeah. Well, those boxes are basic because if you're gonna get into a relationship, you should be getting with someone who can either sustain that themselves or can come together with you to create that. So that doesn't get you any kind of play one way or the other. What I'm trying to state is that it goes beyond that. You know what I mean? Like, what do you bring beyond the tangibles that you are supposed to bring? And the issue is when it supposed to bring, like how you come to a relationship and not. No, you may not have it, but you should be able to have it. There's a difference. There's a difference. But all I'm trying to state is that for women dealing with Sandaire or any man who they're single, whatever the case may be, if you yourself are not different and you yourself do not set yourself a part of the pack, then what are they supposed to give a fuck about? The issue with today's day and age is that, what happens is that a lot of times, women are sought after, but the tides are turning nowadays in 2022. Motherfuckers like Sandaire, they're not sitting here fucking around with these bitches. If you don't got it, go on, because I'll be happily by myself until I find what I want or what I need. So you see what I'm saying? So all these women out here who are listening, oh, I can slide in his DM. You can slide in his DM and get your head knocked off and get nothing else.
Don't do it.
Understand what you're under? Am I wrong?
Don't do it.
So
girls used to come up to me and be like, "Can you buy me a drink?" I used to tell them, "Ask Pierre."
Well, listen, first of all, he's not gonna buy no bum bitch.
I know. But it gets him away from me.
You're right. But I'm talking to these women who are right now like, oh, you know what? I've been single. I've been doing this. Let me just slim the list now. If you got kids, don't hit them up. If you don't know who you are, don't hit them up. If you aren't happy by yourself, don't hit them up. If you can't stand on your own,
bitch,
if you can't stand on your own 2 feet, don't hit them up. If you, as Lo said, if you not fun, bitch, if you can't offer anything besides pussy and a good dick sucking, don't hit them up. If you aren't adventurous, if you aren't ambitious, if you aren't looking to take your life to the next level, don't hit him up. He's not going to create his empire with some fucking weak bum bitch.
And not for nothing.
So that's what I'm just talking about this whole time. So hold on, give me a second. Because as that's going on, and Sandaire and Los take the stage, because I'm gonna go ahead and get this good old pick me up. Remember that if you a bum bitch, don't hit him up.
Okay. And not for nothing, because let's not forget this guy right here, right? To whatever side he's on. This is the type of guy, right? Like we've said, we've shown today. The guy's a shy guy. And it's like
get some papers and shit. My bad. I mean, fucking, the goddamn shit.
He's not really a shy guy. So for me personally,
don't hit him up, bitch.
As a friend, I would want P with a girl that gets him out of, that knows he's in his little shell and that gets him out of it.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know what I mean? Not girl like that knows that, oh, he's just being quiet. That's how he is. And the girl's like, that gets him out of his phone and gets him out of his little shyness and gets him the little smirk. When you see that little smirk come out, you're like, oh shit, we got him. You know what I'm saying? That's what I really want for P. I want a girl because he wants to chill. You want to chill. I
need balance, bro. But you're right. I need that other fiery. That other fiery bit. You know what I mean? Yes. And that's what I was saying earlier in the show. You and Dean, I'm low about stuff, but when you're gonna know, and it's good being in this world that I'm in, because I've met people and I was like, yeah, So that checkbox thing that I was talking about. So there might be eight boxes, right?
Right.
If she check off 5 or 6, I can deal with that because
Right.
the purpose for me in a relationship, and you probably see it the same way, is we're supposed to build together. So those 3 other boxes that you might be missing, those are all positive things. It's not like I want negative things from you in those.
But it also depends on which 5 of the 5.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because you could have this, but you cannot have that, and it's like I don't know.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I don't got time for bitches with no car. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
We're not even talking at that. We're not even getting to no first date with that.
Yeah, I don't got time for it. That's one of them ones. And that's an ultimate check. I need that in every box, every application.
Facts.
Yeah, but yeah, what do women got to do to even get past the DMs and get them and get you taken out? Like, what they got to do?
I've noticed the women that I'm more attractive to now, and I think you used to always say this, like you and a couple of my other boys. I've always dated women that were more on like the quiet side. They're nice women, but they're quiet.
Yeah,
and I've met women now that are they might be more like you and Dean, like they're the female, like they're more raw, right?
Outgoing and shit.
Yes. And they'll say what they need to say, and they might compliment me, but the compliment ain't gonna be like one of the other girls give me a compliment. It's gonna be like they cracking jokes on me type of compliment.
Yeah, and that's what I've noticed.
Yeah, and that's more attractive to me now. I'm like, all right, this is probably just like you just said, like there's chill P, but he needs something else that brings him out of his shell, makes him have fun, makes him put his phone away. And if I put my phone away, then I'm interested.
I know.
I'm always on my phone.
They could be texting like ghosts at the balcony. You know what I mean? Like you gotta make sure that nigga put it back in his breast pocket. That's what you need to do. You know what I mean? And I already know because it's like P used to get like, I feel like all the girls that outside looking in, obviously, because I don't, I've been in your space, but like I feel like all the girls that you mess with like was in awe of you, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like they felt lucky to be with you, rather to be like, this nigga ain't shit. You know what I mean? I'm with this nigga, but I could get another one. You know what I'm saying? So it was always like pleasing you and not trying to make sure you leave because they were lucky to be with you. And I could be wrong.
No,
but it's like,
you're right.
You know what I mean? So it's like
on point.
They were trying to appease you rather than trying to be with you. You know what I'm saying? And like look at you as equal, like, yeah, nigga, okay, so what? So what you got this and this and this and this and this? I don't give a fuck. Exactly. You know what I mean? But and that's why I feel like sometimes like that's why I feel like you need that. Not maybe you may not need it, but I feel like I would love to see you with one of those like outgoing, fiery types that like, they excited. That fight you for authority sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that would check you. Yeah, exactly. It would check you. And not for nothing, it's like, okay, if you want to be chill P today, then they're gonna be fiery. And then when you want to be aggressive P today, they're gonna lay back. So they'll know when to, switch it on and off. But I feel like that is what you need. And I feel like it ain't not for nothing. It ain't gonna come from no white girl. I'm sorry. It ain't gonna come from no white girl. It ain't gonna come from no white girl. It could. Don't get me wrong. It could, but it won't feel the same. You know what I'm saying? If it was a black or Latino, a black or Latina girl, it gonna feel a little at home. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna feel like part of your mom is in her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? With a white girl, it's like, all right, you just tell me what to do. I get it. You do care for me. I understand. It don't feel the same, though. It don't feel the same. You know what I mean?
I'm hearing
you. And this unspoken shit that you don't gotta say. You know what I'm saying? Like that they just gonna pick up on. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't eat bologna. You know what I'm saying? Don't make me a sandwich with that dumb shit. Niggas don't eat that shit. You know what I'm saying? Make me some shit with the real shits. You know what I'm saying? This is shit that I think that brother, like sisters and Latinas just take care of niggas more than a white woman would. That's all I'm saying.
I have to because I just went out and took a step out with Justin, and he did say that him and his family regardless of appearance, even the islands, they do identify as Afro, Latino, and Latina, respectively. Yeah. So even though I was stating that, about physical appearances and along those lines, he definitely made sure that I was like, hey, make sure you let the people know that we identify as Afro, because obviously I said earlier, with his sister, so makes sense.
Like I said, culturally, bro, just want to let you know that. You know what I mean? You was denying that, and I thought that you wouldn't do that because you the type of nigga that knows all black traces of shit. You had to.
You still gotta, point out, appearances, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was trying to do.
We were talking about that. We were talking about P. Don't P need a nice like a strong sister or Latina to get this nigga, to rattle this nigga a little bit. He never been rattled before. I feel like, you know what I mean? You gotta rattle this nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's been the cool Idris Elba with these white bitches. You need to rattle this nigga a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
The love of Idris.
Yeah, I know they do. I know they do. But you need a nigga. You need a girl that gonna tell you ain't shit in front of your face. That's what you need. That's what you need, P. That's, you could be like,
what's funny?
Yeah, you're right.
What's funny? The ones that press me on or check me on my shit, those tend to be the ones I'm most attracted to.
Yeah.
It was a different P back then, like Lo said, more reserved and like, all right, he gonna do what he gonna do type shit, but I'm not gonna check him. Like that was then. This is now.
Right.
What Dean or what Los is saying is he's spot on. He on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I already know. Yeah. I'm tapped in with my man. So I already know.
So doubling back to your question about like the dating world right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we're in our late 20s, going into our 30s,
it's serious.
Right now, yeah, it's serious. Yes. So and especially for women, because it's a different time clock for them, right?
Right.
So when they're going on these dates, like they're actually looking.
They're trying to find a husband.
Yeah. They're looking for a provider,
Oof.
Not that they're not providing.
I said husband. You said provider. That's different.
No. What I meant
well, it's the truth.
Let me check that.
He's not lying.
There has to be. There's two heads of the household, but there's the male has his own parts or his own responsibilities. Female has her own responsibilities in the relationship.
Allegedly, though.
Allegedly.
Because we can't say that women is supposed to be the interior decorator and like, they're supposed to make. She's the one that makes a woman house a home and shit like that.
Yeah, me saying that. I'm not saying that they have to do all of the things that
right
back in our parents' generation.
Okay, fair.
What was sought after, but now right now they're very serious at this age and this stage, and they'll tell you what they're looking for and what they want. And as a male, and if any of you guys are younger, or going into your late 20s, you're dating right now, all you literally got to do is you just need to listen to what they're looking for. Like we're going back to the checklist. Women have their own checklist as well. But if you can listen and if you're on the same page and click, then it's good. But you find that you guys have some disagreements, and there ain't nothing wrong. It's a learning process, right? In this type of stage, in this environment right now.
Oh, absolutely.
But there's a lot going on right now because there are males and females both alike that are messing up. I would say that the dating world, because let's be real, we men in this room right now. There's men out there that are just only looking for one thing, and they'll go through the dates and stuff just to get to that.
We got niggas like the Twitter, the what's his nigga name? The swindler. What's the nigga? The Tinder swindler.
Tinder swindler. Yeah.
You got niggas like him in the world.
Crazy.
Yeah.
He's a fucking genius in my eye. This nigga came out of jail with a bag with shows.
No, if you're a male out here and you're actually looking for a counterpart, for a partner, just be aware that there are men and females, that are messing up that whole dating pool, because everyone doesn't have the same. They're not going after the same thing, so it's really just it's a playing field. You set your expectations, what you want, what you're looking for, and then
I feel as if that comes more so because people aren't just real.
Mhm.
Or if they want what they're looking for at this point in time in their lives.
Mhm.
So then it messes up the dating pool because like you're not being truthful.
That's yes, 100%. You know, if you right now, if I was to tell a woman, you know, this is where I'm at right now, this is what I want, they either accept it or they don't accept it. The mature women, they'll either be on the same page with you and they'll understand it, or they won't. And it's like, all right, you know,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
You low key need a cougar though too. I feel like a cougar would set you straight. I feel like a cougar would stop this bullshit, but not like a cougar like, you know, like a cougar like all right. So boom, we about to be 30. You need you like a nice 30, 34-year-old, 35-year-old, somebody that could put you on game to shit, somebody that could regulate your little stupid ass. You know what I mean? Somebody that don't got no kids. You know what I mean? Just and she got a lot going for her. So all your little shit that you had before ain't gonna work on her. You know what I mean? Her shit, she done been through. She ain't got no kids now either, so she can pick up and go.
Mm-hmm.
And she don't got to worry about, you know, you don't got to worry about scheduling shit on and off weekends and every other weekend and shit. You can pick up whenever you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, I feel like that's the one that really, like, you know what I mean? Really, like, sit your little stupid ass down. Like, hey, what? Shut up.
You ain't wrong. Those are the same ones will still check you, and they've had experience. They know even more than the women in the late 20s. They know even more in the mid 30s. They know what they want. And they're fun. Ready, standing on their own 2 feet type thing. Like, you ain't wrong with that one either. I don't know if I need that, but like, you ain't wrong.
It'd be nice though. It'd be nice to, you know.
Cougar ain't mid 30s.
It could be.
Yeah, that'd be like 40s.
Yeah,
a cougar could be 37 years old. She could be a cougar.
What is a cougar?
I guess the kid. I guess you have to have a kid. You have to have a kid to be a cougar.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, that's the milk.
I think you have to be older than a person.
You just gotta be older. You just gotta be older. It's gotta be old. A woman could be 7 years older than him. That's a cougar.
Very true.
I'll look this up.
You can look it up. Hey, Google ain't gonna tell you. Google ain't 100% right. Google will definitely be wrong nowadays. You know that. Google definitely be wrong. Don't look back, Dean. Google be wrong.
I am dying right now. This is the funniest conversation I've been a part of.
I'm just saying though, because that's just, you know what I mean? I feel like this nigga just be having his way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, as he should right now, though.
You know what I mean? You got to need somebody to play a little defense. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. They don't need to have a child. It's just older.
Right. See? I know. It's older. 5 years older could be a cougar. You feel me?
You know, cougars out there.
What do you call a nigga that's older than a girl though? Is he a panther? What is he?
He's a creep.
Well, normally that's what he is, but I'm talking about like
I think to society that
he's a fucking menace. But like, let's say the dude is 37 and the shorty 30. I mean, technically that would be a cougar if the shoe's on the other foot. What would be in this case?
I don't know.
That's a really good question.
Why don't we have these male equivalents to shit? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really sometimes I get mad about shit like this. I understand women gonna say, you know, we don't have the equivalent to certain things and all this equal pay, and I get that. I totally get that. I'm with you on that. You know what I'm saying? But we want our equivalent to some shit too. You know what I'm saying? We want an equivalent to informality of like pants. Like I want sweatpants to be considered more formal. You know what I'm saying? Like women could wear leggings and sweat and a sweater on top and go to work and be like, that's professional. I want sweatpants to be more professionally revered. So that
you
way,
are the wildest person I know.
So that way, I can wear some. Yeah,
that's
a manther.
A manther.
Never heard of it. We should never use that ever again.
It says a male who is between his 30s and 40s who gets much younger women.
Jesus Christ.
A manther. I don't know.
I'm gonna leave that where it's at.
Gotta have everything.
I'm gonna leave that where it's at. Yeah, that's the first person I thought of is George Clooney. Mr. Salt and Pepper himself. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Like I'm still like I'm caught up in it, man. I'm caught up in it because I don't know. You know what, Dean? What's why you keep looking up?
I am so fucking fucked up right now. Oh my god. Oh,
This nigga about to pass out on air.
Yeah,
oh no, I'll leave air first.
And then pass out.
100%.
The real question is, where the fuck is Scottie? That's the real question. That's the real motherfucking question. Nigga left an hour ago. I understand you got kids and all that. It was a fucking hour ago.
Oh, I drank way too much, way too fast.
Got right.
Huh? I told you.
Episode.
I told
Oh
you.
my god.
I felt the vibes. I knew it was Joe Rogan-esque. You know what I'm saying? And he should have made me the fucking host before I left. I would have had the capabilities to do some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had some shit in emergency stash of shit. You know what I'm saying? You know me. Dean knows me. I had some emergency stash of shit that I got. You know what I mean? Just to bring up, just for situations like this. You know what I mean? All right, so let's think about this. So we're speaking on the topic of interracial relationships and shit like that. How do we feel about like when, man, Pete, you could attest to this. When a white woman tries too hard in a relationship, like just tries too hard, like trying to do black shit, try to appease your black nature, and she's pink. I mean white.
Jesus.
Have you been in situations where there's been a little
Nah.
appropriation?
I mean, y'all dated white girls too, but I never had.
I only did one white girl. It's not plural with me.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Not
just
plural.
one.
It's not plural. with me.
I never. Nah, the white girls I dated were white.
Oh,
My apologies.
ask and you shall receive.
My apologies. P, I was
Nah,
about
it's
to take you
okay.
back, but I ran up. My apologies.
Yeah,
No,
Wait,
it's all
wait,
good.
wait.
It's all good. We knew what was going on.
Jeez.
Pete, what I just ask you?
Heard something about white girls.
Yeah.
If a white girl's ever.
Oh, if the white girl's ever been at any little appropriation, he might have just slipped out. Any little appropriation where the white girl you were dating was trying to appeal to your black culture / side.
I've dealt with white girls who lived in the neighborhood, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like who was just like a part of it.
Yeah, I
So,
get
like,
that. I get that.
You know what I mean? Like I dealt with that. So yeah, I guess I don't know if that's appealing or if that's all they knew. You know
right,
what I mean?
right, and I get that.
Yeah.
From the same environment, white girls in the hood.
Yeah.
It's just the hood booger like anybody else.
100%. Same. 100%.
P, I know you. I mean, I know you. Hood boogers is like rare to you, I'm sure. So it's a quiet taste. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, P, it's confirmation that P's never dated a black girl.
We, in your absence, we got in on it. We got in on his whole thing.
Jeez.
Yeah, we got in. Yeah, you definitely did. It's definitely when you run it back, you can be like, damn.
They brought out another side of me, Scottie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they
I had to
did.
break down what the game is in the modern day right now.
Yeah.
Speak
that. Good.
And not for nothing because a lot of people modern day people, they call it Riz, right? And that's the swag when you talking to a girl, you could pull, when you pull a girl, they call it Riz. So it's like, I don't know what my Riz is because my shit's been untapped for how many years I've been with my girl, right? P gets untapped potential in terms of testing his Riz. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, at this point, you don't even gotta try. Your Riz is unspoken, nigga. You post on Instagram, you got the Riz. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying his DMs gotta be like, the nigga got the infinite Riz. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it. I don't get it. Because I've done it. I've done that. Well, the same shit he's done, I've done. I've done that shit. Now I'm getting tech now. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I've done the modeling shit. I've done the pictures and shit. I've done that. I look good.
Yeah.
I get the small scale. You know what I'm saying? You know
100%.
what it is? The 6-pack in the gym. I gotta get more active in the gym. When they see that me active
life
in the
is
gym,
crazy.
they see me looking like Morris Chestnut and Reggie Bush put together. That's when they real flop. You know what I
Gym
mean?
life is crazy.
I forgot.
You've never. So you don't test your game with your girl?
I mean, yeah, but my girl, I already got the unlimited riz with my girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different. Like, I mean, obviously, I'm cool. I can do my little romantic shit with her, but it's, you know, I mean, you got it. It's different. It's different riz for somebody, a stranger. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and when you could get a stranger open off limited riz, you will go. You will go.
But I think Scottie and Rec had said on one episode that to get like the game never stops. The riz never stops though. Even like when you're dating, when you're married, it don't stop.
No, because you always want to impress you. You always want to impress your girl, and you always want to, you know, that's what keeps a relationship sharp. But it's also like, you want me for a reason, though. You know what I mean? I bagged you already. You know what I'm saying? It's the pursuit is a little different versus you know, like, you know, Scottie knows. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, you want to keep shit fresh and you want to keep the relationship sharp, and you obviously want to keep all that shit cool. But it's like, it's not the same riz. You know what I'm saying?
The chase is the ultimate experience. The chase is the ultimate, and that's, for me, it's funny. That's when I knew that I had to like transition out, because the chase was no longer a challenge. When it became a situation where it was like, all right, I'm doing this over and over, and like, no disrespect, P, I'm in the game where there was no swipe. I'm in the game where you had to really be in person, like live on. You got to really make it different. So for me, it's once I felt that feeling of like, oh, this is that wasn't even work anymore. Like I had to get about.
And not for nothing, I realized that too in college too, because I was like, this shit for the sport is for the birds. Like, I don't want to just keep hooking up with girls for the sport. I want a girlfriend. I want to wake up and somebody beat it in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want that
Game
connection.
changer.
You know what I'm saying? So
build.
And it's like, that shit is like, it's easy to get girls every other day. You know what I'm saying? It's easy, especially in the environment we were at. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it didn't take much risk to get some of these girls.
That's why it's foreign to me when guys don't know how to get girls. Or like when it's
but not for nothing though. Because some of these people, like some of the people don't have the foundation, the what's the word? Leverage. The leverage for the riz. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be riz doctor right here. Sometimes you don't have the leverage. Like, you don't have enough clout to even riz. I mean, like, who are you? And it's very weird when the nerds or the nerdy people riz. It's like, okay, then you got it. It's quirky when they do.
But they don't get it in their element. They don't get it in their realm, their world.
You could.
Yeah.
But
listen, to what Scottie's saying is definitely a different world now. Like, you know, if
it's way easier.
If Pierre's swiping, I still need to have game, but you know, Johnny could swipe and the girl don't know what she's getting until she's actually in front of that man. You know what I mean? Like the whole dating, just the world is just different now. Technology is it's taking away that face to face where you need to, you know, approach a woman in whatever setting it is that you find her.
Yeah, because me, I'm not like, don't get crazy, I'm super handsome, but I'm not the picture guy, right? Like, I'm not the picture guy. My currency is my gift of gab, like my ability.
Personality.
I'm an energy guy, right? So once you're like in a room with me, it's over for you, because I'm like the mag. But like with the picture, it's like you don't even give people a chance with that. Like, you don't even give people a chance with it. And then the opposite end of that is like when you're outside, girls don't even want a chance because they rather do the swipe. You know what I'm saying? So there's a bigger barrier I mean, don't get me wrong. We can break down walls though.
And that's what I like to say, because me personally, I wasn't a Tinder guy. I wasn't a dating app guy, because I deem myself medium ugly, right? But I know my personality, and I can make bitches laugh. I knew that I was great in that.
Yo,
great in
all
that.
of college, bro.
Like
every girl was laughing at this guy.
You know
I never heard medium ugly. Never heard that. God don't make ugly either.
You know what I mean? But yeah, and I'm chocolate. You're right. But but not for nothing. I was like, shit, I ain't, whatever. So I'm like, listen, I'm gonna use with my tools. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be effective. Like I'm like DeMar DeRozan. I ain't gonna shoot threes, but I'm a mid-range killer. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm a mid-range killer. You know what I'm saying? So that's what my thing was. And I was always like, I was mad shy. Like, for what? I would never buy a girl's drink. I never approach women. But if I bumped into you and we had a conversation, I was a killer. I was like Mariano. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's also like the confidence you have in yourself, though, because 100%. It's like, and it's like sometimes people have those confidence, and it's not the lack of confidence. It's just sometimes people don't know how to deal with rejection. So they don't know. That affects the confidence, because they have the confidence to talk to anybody, but they don't have the ability in swallowing their ego and their pride to deal with the rejection. So that affects their ego.
Yeah, I got rejected by my daddy, so I was over that shit at a young age, baby. Just gotta be honest. I'm a single child.
Okay.
Gotta be honest, right? You know what I'm saying? I guess you got a single childhood.
Right, I get it. I get it. No, I get it. I get it. And
you gotta make that work. Once you
I get it.
Your parent, and you start realizing, you go to therapy, you get it out the way. Oh, ain't no girl gonna hurt my feelings.
Right. Yeah, no, I get
my daddy's been coming 17 weekends ago.
Right.
I'm good.
And that's what people say. They say that, oh, my dad went to the store and shit like that. Yeah. I understand. It want a good pack of cigarettes. I get it. And I would never talk negative about the situation, because that's not me. But I feel for people like that, because that is the worst. Because I wouldn't.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but the worst part about it is people don't get help. Right, I can joke about it because I healed from it. There's one of those things is like living in your trauma or living through healing, and like when people aren't living in their healing, it's different. Like people can't take that type of that type of humor and everything. Mm-hmm. So like I was fortunate enough to have a mother who understood like getting help, not even on a spiritual level, but like on a therapy level at a very young age was very, very key and important to my life. So it helped me grow from that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, very true. Very true. And that it depends on demographic too, because because you're talking about most times where we have a problem with the black family the black dad is with black people. Fact. So now you're talking about these black kids that already have the system in place that is the vicious cycle of not having a black father in the household. Mm-hmm. But then they're also talking about not getting help because we as a black community don't deem that as a worthy outlet or a system to rehab through. You know what I'm saying? So we only perpetuate ourselves back into this vicious cycle because any little outlet we try to do is like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, niggas can't even progress around here. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy to deal with all of that because it's like all these shit that's in place. And that's what I was trying to get to before you left earlier too. Is like we have so much in place for black kids and black women and all this other stuff that we have to navigate through. Fuck about shit we got to deal with on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? What shit we got to navigate through. Like I was saying the other day, like how many times have I not get a call back from a job because of how my name sounds?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know because I didn't get the calls. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's definitely to an effect. And then let's think about the ones that I went on interviews for. And not for nothing. I used to do interviews, so I'm a great interviewer. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see it today. I can if somebody's talking to me, I like you said, Scottie, I got the gift of gab. So it ain't nothing for me to sell myself an interview. Most of the time I do the interview, I get the job. Yeah. 100%. You know what I'm saying? But it's also like
it's conscious. It's crazy that like that's why conscious content is important because I don't think people from a different culture understands that. Like it's something as small as your name can really limit your, you know what I'm saying? Like my government name is outrageous to like they never think it's my skin complexion when I walk in my government name. I have the most common government name ever. Jeffrey Taylor shows up. You're not thinking it's me. There's no way in the world.
No, but low key, I'm thinking a black guy though.
But it's not like Malik. It's not what those, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
I'm thinking light skin. I'm thinking light skin.
Oh, light skin.
When I hear Jeffrey Taylor, I'm thinking low key. I'm thinking Carlton.
And the difference though with Carlton is I'm 6'5" walking in there with that $1 million smile. It's a wrap for them. It's a wrap for that interview.
Exactly.
I went on the most intensive interview ever in my life. I went on a 4-hour interview with 2 people.
Sheesh.
And like I smoked it, obviously. It's nothing to it but to do it. But like one of those things of like going through that process, I've always cherished that experience because you got to be able to have conversation that you don't want to have for 4 hours and keep these people like entertained and like appealed at your interests. And like it was for a promotion of a job that I already had. It wasn't like, but like just thinking about that, some people don't even have the confidence to speak, and that's another loss our in this generation is like with going back to the dating thing. People don't know how the art of communication.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. People don't know how to talk anymore.
Social media ruined that though.
Oh man,
because you'll see a girl in the bar, you'll want to talk to her all day. Don't talk to her, and then find her on the gram and DM her.
Crazy. I'm in that. I'm sliding up right away. I'm running
but
down.
You had multiple opportunities. Not for nothing. You waited, let's say 5 hours to DM her to see if you could get a response. When you could have talked to her right then and there and got a response, either rejection or not, right then and there.
I'm a canine. I'm a canine the dog. Boy,
you know what I mean? Like I said before, I was terrible with the icebreaker. You know what I mean? All that shit. But once I get the casual conversation, your first chuckle.
He don't have these problems, bro.
Don't even laugh around me. Don't even laugh around me.
He don't have these problems. He don't have these problems. The girls bag him. That's the girls.
But that's what I'm saying.
He don't have
this nigga's not a blue collar bagger. He's not. He's not a blue collar bagger. He doesn't have to work for his shit. He's a white collar bagger. You know what I'm saying? Women come up to him like, P, oh my God. And you got to reject them. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand. You don't understand the working man's plight, P. You don't understand. You don't understand.
The blue collar bagger.
That's a new one.
You don't understand. You don't understand what it is. You're not from a different cloth, P. You know what I mean? It's a different thread count over here.
Mine is a look game. It's if we got the eye contact, then all right. I'm not. Y'all wolves out here. Y'all dogs.
That's like bullshit. Nigga gonna tell me he gonna stand. Look, he gonna stand at the bar like this. He gonna be like this. His little distinguistic self. Man. He gonna be like this.
Not me. Not me. There you go.
Like a little stupid ass look. I mean, oh my God, P.
Pierre like a Dos Equis commercial.
Yeah, most interesting man. I'm like, what? This nigga sleeps when he talks. You know what I'm saying? No. He talks when he sleeps.
Even though I had the love of being light skinned, I still was a wolf, baby. A man gotta get up there and hunt, baby. I was up in the morning hunting, baby.
Kill what you eat.
I gotta go get it, bro. And I was raised by a wolf. I was raised by Rex, so I gotta give credit to that. I was raised by a dog. So
and not for nothing. I remember one time there was a dark time for your boy. Where I was going through a little bit of heartbreak. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I was going through some heartbreak at a young age, very young age. You know, I was about 20. But the wolf was on hiatus. You know what I mean? I was in a relationship, and after that, the wolf was definitely like sheltered, and I was damn near turning into a dog. I was so domesticated. And P and M was like, "Yo, come out, man. Come out one time with us." I'm like, "Nah, man. I don't know if I got it. I ain't with it." I go out, right? I'm like, oh, this is what this shit's like? I haven't been out in a year and a half, nigga. What the fuck? So I go to this girl and whatever, I'm talking to him. Very like the Riz was not to, it wasn't in season Riz, you know what I'm saying? It was very
rust off.
Yeah. I mean, definitely out of off season Riz, just to kind of set some shit.
Fresh off injury.
Right. And this is back then. I think this is back when Netflix had just came out. So like just like the Netflix and chill shit was like a prominent good to go move because that was what it was working. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, you want to like Netflix and chill? She was like, yeah, let me give you my number. I'm like, oh, I'm back. I'm back.
Fire.
After that, I was like, yeah, it's Shark Week. Let's get it. Let's get it.
It's tough too because my situation was different. My situation, because I'm so loud and obnoxious, my situation was when I used to run like Pierre, roll mad deep. I was the guy who had I was the guy who did the shooting. So they threw me out there to bring the whole crew back. So like I had the balance of like trying.
You was a scout. You was a scout, nigga.
Bro. I was the one who was in every different circle. Like, yo, it was good. It was good. Like, it was good.
I don't know. Pete was definitely not the scout, nigga. That's not.
That was you.
That was definitely not. That was definitely to say. I don't know.
I run the same game then that I do now. That was you.
Hold on. Los, if you're the scout, then you got the icebreakers. All scouts got icebreakers.
When he was on it.
Nah, like yo, yeah, exactly. When I'm on it, when I'm drunk, the Riz has got an S on it. I'm like, the Riz got an S on it. You know what I'm saying? Super Riz. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like recruiting.
If I wasn't there, I'd be like, I don't know, man. I don't got. Or you know what it is? I gotta make it as natural as possible. You know what I'm saying? I can't walk up in and like, hey, you want a drink? If I walk in there and like, you know, the bartender taking too long, I'm like, yo, it's taking forever. As soon as you, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't fucking chuckle around me. I'm like Freddy Krueger. Like, don't even blink your eyes too long. You know what I mean? Because I'm on you.
I was light skinned, and this is super toxic. So this is old. But like, I used to lead with insults. This is super, super toxic. I would lead with insults.
You little thick ass.
No. That's a compliment. I'm leading with shit like, bro, you would be lucky to be with me tonight. Like, I'm leading with shit like that. It was a savage.
Nigga thought he was light skinned LeBron James.
Yeah. It was a different time crazy, for me, bro. It was a different time for me. But I would lead with like insults.
I bet you it'll work though. She'd be like,
oh man, it's so bad how insults work better than compliments. I don't think it happens anymore. But when we were coming up, it was bad.
I can't use that. I can't use that.
It was a bad time,
if I want
it's very toxic. I will never teach my.
If I want my turnover ratio to be very, very high, I'd use a tactic like that. I would never do no dumb shit like that. Man, I'll be out there like Russell Westbrook right now, nigga. I would never do no dumb shit.
That was like, again, that was my like curtain call, because it was like, yo, this is happening too easy. I'm saying the worst things in the world, and it's still happening. So I'm like, all right, now you know what? It's just no more fun. Like, it's just time now.
And not for that, I used to be trying to be like the ultimate wingman. Like, to me, like, because at the point where it got so easy, like, I wasn't stressing about me because you already had your little throwaways or whatever. You know what I mean? Respectfully. Yeah. But I would try to put my mans on. You know what I mean? I would try to put everybody on because I'm like, I want to see niggas flourish. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you get that. Yeah, you get that. Yeah, you get that. And then, listen, I tried with everybody, man. And
that so you guys is different because like you guys had the college run and like, so we was primed from like high school. Me and my brothers used to throw high school parties.
Oh yeah,
so we were primed and then. So like you have a responsibility to get not one group of girls, but a whole bunch of different group of girls to be in the same place and not cause violence. So it was, we were conditioned in a different type of element.
And no, but I'll speak to that too, because I feel like that was me though too, because I was already like exposed to that lifestyle. So when I got to college, I was on go from day one. I was on go from day one. I'm like, yo, let's go to the party we lit. And I'm like, oh, okay, where the bitches at? You know what I'm saying? Like, from day one, I was like that. So I'm like, I was baffled because I'm like, it normally doesn't go like this. You know what I'm saying? Nobody called me a bitch ass nigga yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm weird.
It's funny because when I was in school, this dude from Harlem, like we linked up and we was cool or whatever. He asked me, and this was like, to me, going back to your question about white girls, it was so foreign. He said, yo, how do you talk to white girls? And I said, huh? What do you mean? Like, you say hi, you talk to them like you talk to everybody else. Like, what is that?
You can't.
That's funny.
But again, that's I told every girl got the same energy.
Nah, but listen, not for nothing, Scottie. You got the crossover appeal.
Yeah,
Got the crossover appeal.
That's
Myself, we
true.
got the crossover appeal.
That's
Not
true.
nigga. Not most niggas can't.
You're
They
facts.
can't. They
Facts.
stay either on the hip hop or they
that's
can't
right.
cross over the pop. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying? They don't have that appeal.
100%
It's different.
right.
So it's
You're
like,
100% correct.
you know what I'm saying? It's all perception. Because not for nothing, I used to get that nigga perception from some white girls. You know what I'm saying? But then other white girls would be like, "Yo, all right, yeah, he cool." You know what I'm saying? I'll get the Godzilla treatment. Like, oh my god,
Really?
you know what I mean?
Never got that treatment.
Listen,
I've got the treatment that yo, I'm here because you mad at your daddy, but I never got the like I'm Godzilla. Like I got the treatment like, oh, your daddy don't like us, but
That's your daddy.
I'm talking about like,
I'm just
Shorty
saying,
don't want to mess with me
reason why I'm here.
because
Daddy used the N-word before.
yeah, daddy used the N-word
He's the reason why
before.
I'm here tonight.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My parents are wild racists.
Yeah. I
all
got
type-
that
I'm
treatment.
like-
I've never got the Godzilla though. Yeah.
Yeah, looking at me like I'm a damn like a fucking silverback. I'm like, yo, relax, yo. Fuck, dude, making me feel like inhumane, bro. I'm like, I bleed just like you. You know what I'm saying? I was like, ew, I don't even want to mess with you no more. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's different. And again, like I don't want to come across toxic because it's not a game, right? It's like there's hearts we broke and all that stuff too. But like, it's just a part of the immaturity of like growing up and these growing pains, right? And these things that you transition and you get better from. And I think that's the part of life that people who you see at my age and older who are still trying to like do that. It's like, yo, bro, game's over, bro.
Yeah,
like it's a wrap. Like
the Riz has evolved. The Riz has evolved into a love language. That's what it is. That's what it is.
100%.
Like the Riz is sprinkled into the love language. Like me and my girl, we both spiritual. You know what I'm saying? So I get some healing bowls from her, or I get some crystals for her. I get a nice little jade stone. That's a love language to her. You know what I mean? She's geeked off that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's what a Riz has evolved into. You know what I mean? My Riz has developed into one person where I'm like, oh yeah, it's almost like a one-on-one with my Riz. You know what I'm saying? Like,
100%.
my shorty's playing a one-on-one.
100%. Well said. Well said. Yo, Losu, I think we should definitely like. I know you don't like lives, but I think
I'll do it for y'all. I'll do it for y'all.
There you go. I think we should close out. I think we should close out Black History Month together.
I'm with it. Listen.
Yeah, I think we should do it.
I'm with it. And not for nothing. Y'all don't see the back. This is the Pan-African drip right here. So I'm definitely with the whole.
Yeah.
The more you dig deeper, is the blacker the world gets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't.
I think it's important.
You know what I mean? And I like to break shit down like that because it's like I love being like, you know how people have the PC police? I love being like the black police for people. I'm like, whoa.
Check.
If it wasn't for us, I wouldn't even have that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even have that.
Yeah.
You know, black people made that shit, right? Like,
no, I think that's important, man.
All this fucking architecture and all this other shit, like.
Yeah. And I think that's why conscience is important because conscience allows you to be educated and aware in a non-traditional way, right? And I think that's the problem is like, and we're seeing it now with this, like the critical race theory and different things like that, or the tradition of education shouldn't be so narrow, right? Like there's so much out there, there's so much in the world, there's so many different pockets, and you shouldn't just limit. And I think age appropriate. I don't think you should be teaching kindergartens about different things, but like I think age appropriate as they grow, you should definitely open up the spectrum of what they're
this brings me back to you guys' point when you guys did an episode last week about the MLK thing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like how come every time it is in barring critical race theory, which is crazy that they're trying to take that away, but like every time like kids know and history is all about slavery and MLK, and I'm like, there's a whole bunch of other shit we could talk about. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we don't talk about, and it's like we can't because it's like they talk about all these different empires. They talk about Alexander Great and the Greek Empire and the Macedonia, all that shit, but they don't talk about fucking the Bush of Santi, and they don't talk about fucking Shaka Zulu and them. You know what I'm saying? All these different African fucking warring tribes and all these like come on. All we talk about is Egypt. 100%. And it's like, why is that the representation of all of Africa? You know what I'm saying? 65 different countries. We only talk about Egypt?
100%. No, and that's why I was like, me and P made the kind of decision because like I said, when we were kids, Black history was spoon-fed to us and you don't get that deeper connection to it because you're just like, bro, all right, whatever. This, yeah. But now
But
when
they
you get
can't teach
older,
us
you
that.
start. Yeah, when you get older, you do the research yourself. It's like
Yeah.
we'll be like, you know what? Let's zero in on this month on these different topics and different things that we want to learn about, and talk about, because it's important, man. It's super, super important.
Yeah,
Super,
man. Because
super important.
if it ain't for us, what the fuck's the world? Let's be
Facts.
clear. Let's be
Yeah.
really clear. If it ain't, if urban culture, which they say quote unquote urban culture, is black culture,
Yeah.
but they didn't want to call it black culture, so they put urban on it.
100%.
Urban culture is the number one influence in the world.
And the problem with that, Los, is we don't have the confidence to know that. Like, we don't have
How
the
do we
confidence
not?
to know that. Like, it's sad that, like, they
It's
walk
apparent,
like us,
though.
they talk like us, bro.
It's apparent. We
Ah,
got Korean niggas doing drill music.
and that's
Come on,
so,
son.
but again, and this is my take on that, right? Is like when they just had a situation with Aquafina or whatever, where she had to apologize, and I don't know how you guys feel about this, but she had to apologize about having a black scent or whatever. And like, for me, it's like, I didn't hear that, whatever, if you heard that, but like, for me, it's like, that's a compliment to how great we are.
Right.
If she in fact did that, that's a compliment to how great what we have brought to the world is. Why are we ripping that away from? Like, why are we doing? And I get cultural appropriation. I don't know how to say that word right now. It's been a lot of
Appropriation.
but like appropriation, and like, I get that, but like, if you're not paying homage to it, I understand that. Like, if you're trying to deny your influence, but if people are giving credit, then we gotta stop doing this, because we need to know that, like, the reason why Dr. Dre and Snoop are at halftime shows is because that's not because it's the right time. That's the number one selling music in the world right now. That's the biggest thing in the world right now, because we put the work in. Like, give respect where respect is due, man. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, you're right about that. You're right about that, and not for nothing. Like I said, if it wasn't for our stars, you have white kids right now. Favorite basketball player, Steph Curry. Favorite rapper, could have been Pop Smoke.
Easy.
Favorite actor, all these other people. They have all these black role models. When I was growing up, I had 0 white role models. 0.
Easy.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a different influence.
100%. 100%. And we have to be proud of that and take that as confidence, right? Not take it as like, that's mine. Like, bro, no, that's what your kids want.
Sometimes we do know. Sometimes we do though, because in terms of like, sometimes we look at shit and it's like, let's say you playing something, I'm like, oh, that's white people shit, and it's like, nah.
Yes.
Let's roll that back, because it derives from Little Richie. It derives from us. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the miseducation of being what is really taught, right? That's the problem. I'm saying, like, we got to open the spectrum to know where these people are being influenced by. You know what I'm saying? That's the miseducation of that too. When you look at certain things and like, oh, and I'm just using this guy because everyone uses him, but like, when you look at Elvis and everybody says Elvis, she's like, then you go back and say, wait, he was hanging out with Little Richie. He was hanging out with these guys. He was doing all that. Or we look at little do people know, I think people do know this, when we look at a Frank Sinatra. Oh, you ain't know Quincy was composing all that? You ain't know Quincy was doing, like, these are the things.
KJ3.
Exactly. The spectrum has to be open, right? Like, we have to be proud of that, because that gives us some of the best stuff we got in the world. Look at Virgil at Louis. God rest his soul. Look what he did. Look what he did, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
He went crazy. Look what he did with Nike. He went crazy, bro. So, man, it's just, we gotta have that, man. We gotta be proud of that.
But also too, though, it's one thing about us acknowledging it, because obviously we gonna do that. But for the other masses, they gotta acknowledge that shit, though.
Yeah.
Like, especially the white population, because it's like, you can't ignore the fact that our thumbprints are in every single in the entire game in every industry.
Agree.
You know what I'm saying? And not for nothing, you see this surge, this definitely new surge of black professionalism and business owners and shit like that. So you see black people capable of all things. You know what I'm saying? Politicians, judges, fucking business people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, there's nothing we can't achieve. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, they gotta understand that it's like, there's no knock on us becoming professionals, because we're capable of doing that shit ourselves as well. You know what I'm saying? And it all comes back to, and I hate to bring it to, sports, but that's the wheelhouse. But It's the comparison to the Rooney Rule and the black quarterback, where people didn't feel like we were deemed smart enough or competent enough to play the quarterback or coach. And now you see some of the games, the most tantalizing, most polarizing people are black quarterbacks.
It's about to be over for that. It's about to be over for that white traditional quarterback role. I keep telling people that. We out of that. I think Tom Brady is one of the last. He's the GOAT, but like, I think it's the new quarterback. Every quarterback has to be mobile.
Yeah.
Every like you, there's no way pocket quarterbacks are gonna exist in the future of football.
When we trained the whole dual threat. The whole shit was us.
Aaron Donald was 300 pounds and he has 10% body fat. There's no way a pocket there's no way. Look at Josh Allen. Look at that's just we're gonna say this for Low Sports Show, but definitely. I just think it's over for that traditional quarterback role.
Yeah.
I think it's over.
Yeah, and not for nothing. We look at, and I'll say my last thing on sports, but we look at all these, like, whenever we look at these black prospects, we look at them with a fine tooth comb and a fucking big ass microscope. But yet Joey Bosa could tweet nigga in 2012 and still be drafted number 1. Where this nigga was smoking weed, he didn't even do nothing racist. He was just smoking weed, and he slid from the first round to the 3rd round.
Yep. That's where we need that ownership, though. I think that's where, and I think we're moving in that direction. But again, this goes back. I can't wait to get on Lowe's to Sports Show. But again, it goes back to like when this is why I say we need to have the confidence. And obviously, everyone knows I'm Jay-Z biased, but this is where it goes back to when Jay-Z did the deal with the NFL, and everybody's looking at him trying to go crazy, and it's like, oh, he's bugging, he's calling this, calling that, and I'm not shooting at Colin, but look at where the transition goes. Right, that's transitioning to the hip hop show. That's going to transition to the ownership. That's going to transition to why we're having a conversation about what happened with the young man in Florida, Brian Flowers or whatever. Like that before that would have been swept under the rug. Now there's a microscope on it because you can't hush that no more. You can't hide from the fact from where
because of social climate.
Like that, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But we got to be in there. Everybody can't win. We can't win the fight if everybody's outside. Somebody got to open that door and be like, yo, listen, I'm going to crack it. You got to come in this way, but you got to show them how to get down and do all these different things. But if everyone trying to be outside with the sign and all that, bro, we never going to get the discussion to start. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why I mean we got to have the confidence in who we are, because once we have that confidence, then we can remove everything and be like, wait, we're not doing nothing until you start talking these numbers.
Right.
It's a game changer after that. And it can't just be one. It can't just be the 1% at the top. It can't be the Oprahs, the Wills, and the Jays. We're gonna need a lot more of that.
And I want to bring this up too, and I know you guys probably talked about this on your show, but I just wanted to reiterate this, and this could be my last thought because I know we definitely went Joe Rogan on this.
Yeah.
You guys are talking about like the community and like segregation versus separation, like where, like, okay, don't get me wrong. I feel like we earlier in U.S. lifetime where we had the Black Wall Street and everything and the black business, popping off in the world and stuff like that. We had situations where
black politicians too,
right? Other countries would come to do business with just these black Wall Streets versus the U.S. government, right? And I think that's where some of the jealous came from that. And it's like, I feel like that, in a sense, is kind of how we have to do things, because not for nothing, you see a lot of these community-based economics, like i.e. Chinatown, Koreatown. Sometimes you have them with our Spanish brothers and sisters. They're well organized in terms of having the bodegas and all this stuff and owning that in a small scale. The Jewish people have all their own separate communities, own fire departments, own ambulances. You know what I mean? So shit like that, where it's like it's separation, but within still a big, like you still of the you may live in Brooklyn, but it's just a little part of Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you guys feel about that separation versus segregation kind of idea?
I don't, and this is perspective, I don't see those niche communities as separation. I think those are communities who are building together. And I think that's the problem with us, is like we don't value our community. And again, we don't have the confidence in ourselves to know that, like, yo, if we build this together, we can just like it's so hard. And I think my generation and the younger generation, we dropped the ball, right? I always say this thing is like we dropped the ball. We all started getting smartphones at the same time, and we didn't know how to navigate them. But we thought it meant like get back into the game instead of giving game, right? And like that's where like it's failure because we got to build each other up and we got to work together. It can't be a situation where my success is your failure.
Never.
You know what I'm saying? Like that happens too much in our community, and it's like, yo, damn, bro, that's not it. Like I'm like, that's not it at all. Like, come see what it is over here, bro. Like, you couldn't get into this community until I took the sacrifice to get here. Now come see what that's like, bro. Like, come see what that's like. Come get this bread over here, because it's not just about getting these nickels and dimes on the corner. There's a whole other way to get a bag. And I think once we start realizing we can work together and become a better community and stop trying the old crabs in the barrel thing, man, it's a game changer. But like, we got to stop villainizing each other. We do it too much. I know we joke about it all the time about the light skin, dark skin, but that's humor. That's really, really humor, bro. Like, it's a thing about like, we got to see each other's success and be inspired by that and grow on that and build on that. Right, healthy competition is cool, but when you start when you start doing the stepping on each other's neck, the reason why we had this amazing Joe Rogan is because we ain't stepping on each other's neck. We building each other. We stepping on each other's shoulder to get to the other side of the wall, bro. And that's what we got to do, bro. That's what we have to do.
That was a beautiful way to set it off, man. Leave it off there. I love it. I just got two things I gotta give y'all with. Just two questions on two things, man. First of all, Scottie, to your point, Nas is definitely better than Hove. Just want to leave that out there. We're not going to get the discussion. Wanted to drop that there. Ether was way better than Takeover. I don't give a fuck what you say. Ether killed the nigga. And then P, where do you get your eyebrows done? Where can we zoom in on that? Scottie, can we zoom in on that? Where does he get these shits from? Come here. Where does he get that? Where does he get them shits from?
I ask him every week. Yo,
you know what I'm saying? Where? Like, how?
I'm gonna tell you real.
Shout out to Miss Kim that does Pierre's eyebrows.
I'm gonna tell you real. Pierre was born on the border. He's half Dominican and he's half Haitian. He was born on the border.
Got it.
Nice Dominicans. I ask him every week where he get them done. He won't tell me. It's so crazy.
You know what I mean? Miss Kim went over there with the little threats.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. And because it's the Black of the Berry, I ain't gonna talk about the J and Nas thing. I'm gonna let Los have that one.
I mean, listen, it's clear. The proof's in the pudding, man.
We got time.
You know, you're gonna say, "Oh, I made it a hot line. You made it a hot song. Whatever." That's a 10 hood. That's what do they say? That's a 10 good album every. What's it? That's one good album every 10
average. That's
yeah,
1 year average.
Yeah. That means nothing.
1 year.
Ether.
Two of them things was good.
No, that's cute. Ether.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Is there a conversation after Ether though?
Yeah, Ether is not timeless. Takeoff still rings off today. Ether, you can't listen to it right now.
You said Ether's not timeless?
It's not.
How the fuck not?
Takeoff was ringing. Didn't Takeoff. Takeover was ringing off in the clubs, and you still can perform it.
Cause it's Jay-Z.
Okay. You're
so why? Because it's super personal.
No, I think one, the cheat code of Kanye's production. To be honest, the cheat code of that, and then it wasn't it came across as like, remember you know this. Remember 50 Cent, How to Rob an Industry? Remember how
it's like a general diss.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How he went through everybody. I think the acknowledgement of Jay going through everybody still lands.
But that whole second verse is Nas.
Yeah, but then he hits us like Twinkle Toes, you breaking my heart. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot that he goes
Mob Deep in them. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Then
he does.
And all you other guys only get half a bar. And then here's the last thing I'll say, and I'm not debating your point. I'm just saying this. Blueprint is obviously better than Stillmatic. Obviously. Just classic wise, I'm saying who's in the Writers Hall, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, who's arguably his best album, arguably. That it's just that album.
Okay, so Reasonable Doubt or Illmatic?
I'm not. I'm biased though. I don't want to answer that because I'm biased.
You're gonna say Jay, but really think about it though, because Yeah, I mean,
no. Here's the thing I always say about Jay.
Yeah,
And I had to learn it. I had to learn this as an old man. I understood Jay, but I never related to Jay. Right? I never lost 54 bricks and got it all back from the first and 15. I don't know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But like I listened to Jay because Jay raised us. But Nas's ability to write a song and deliver it is great. I will never take that away from Nas, but his productions is awful. Gosh, until he got with Hit Boy, we were listening to Doug.
Okay. Questionable. No, you're right. Well, listen, you're right to an extent.
I'm just saying. There was Just Blaze and Kanye. Come on.
Yeah, there was.
You know what I'm saying?
His best music comes from his music with Hit Boy. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying.
But the fact of like his pen is way better than Jay's. I'm sorry. His pen.
I don't know. I'm not agreeing with that.
His pen is better. The fact that you can listen to a Nas song and I'm there with him, like vividly there with him. Jay is like, I see the progression. I see like Jay is more of a lifestyle kind of rapper.
Yes, because he gets in different pockets. I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying? Like you just want to talk boss talk to me.
But that's the thing with Nas though, and I think again, Nas is a legend. We all know I'm not a fan of Nas, but Nas is a legend. I would never take nothing away from Nas.
Top 5.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, what?
He's top and what? Like Queens rappers? Yeah, of course.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Like,
even that alone is still a compliment because it's New York.
I'll give him top 5 New York.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
of all time.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
Who's your 5? We gotta go for 5. Can we go for 10? Who's your 5? I know it's All-Star Weekend. We'll get out of here in like 10. Who's your 5, Los? Come on, bro. Come on. Are you kidding me? Because I'm gonna tell you a 5, and you're not gonna say he's better than any of these guys. And listen, Los. Listen, hold on. It has to be all around. This is what people do, P. People take one good thing he's good at, and they don't realize all around. I'm talking about sales. I'm talking about pens. I'm talking about write a good song.
I can't control sales, nigga.
It's a part of it.
The fuck I'm gonna do with that?
Is it not a part of it?
Yeah, but no, because we were talking about conscious doesn't sell. So we could say Talib Kweli could be in my top 5. But don't mean he's gonna be.
But Nas isn't just conscious though. Don't get me wrong. Let's not get crazy. I'm saying all of the entire package. Who is your top 5? Please go.
Okay. All right. My top 5. No particular order. Big J Nas, right? That's 3. Big J Nas. That's 3. Kiss 4. No order, just 5. My 5th. This 5th spot is crazy. This 5th spot is really crazy because it could go to a lot of niggas. I could go historical, or I could go, like I could say Tupac, but I don't listen. I'll bump Pac like that. You know what I mean? Niggas could say Pac. That's easy, but you know what I mean? I'm a 90s baby from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? How many times I listen to Pac? Sorry. So I'll go. Me personally, from New York, I'm gonna go Busta.
New York niggas is the wildest.
I'm gonna go Busta. I'm gonna go Busta. I was going Busta.
Kidding me?
I'm gonna go Busta. I could have went Big L. I could have went Pun. I could have went all this shit. Me personally, I'm going Pac. I mean not Pac. Big, Busta, Nas, Hove, Kiss.
And you're saying these guys are total package?
Yeah.
All right. Big wasn't here long enough.
Big, no, but regardless, Big had a total package, regardless of what.
Agreed.
There's 2 albums. He's a legend in the game, like Pee Wee Kirkland.
Agreed. Wasn't here long enough.
Right.
Legend in the game, total package, everything. Had everything for him, just wasn't here long enough.
Play Hypnotize right now.
It's all his music is timeless.
I
take nothing away from Big. I love Big. I shouldn't have been listening to Life After Death at the age I was listening to it. I shouldn't have. But I understand, like, he just wasn't here long enough. It's not fair, but it is what, like, that. How you got me fighting ghosts? Just what it is, right?
Right.
Busta Rhymes flamed out, really hot in the beginning. Don't get crazy. I'm talking like not even the beginning. In the middle, super hot. But going back to sports, he caught an injury, never came back the same. Just being honest, he never really came back the same. That's just being honest. Kiss, phenomenal, great, solidified his spot in the last verses. But
there's a but.
Yes, Kiss is going to have, and this shouldn't be an asterisk or a stain, but coming in as a group, it kind of takes away from your individually. It just does.
Don't, Scottie.
I think Kiss is phenomenal.
You're smarter than that, Scottie.
I think he might even be top 10. I'm not taking nothing away from him, but like he's always gonna have Styles and Sheik, bro.
Are you fucking crazy, Scottie?
I'm taking nothing away. And Nas, listen, Nas is a black girl lost, or shorty owe you for ice. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's what I just
very disrespectful.
Can I give you a 5?
Nah, fuck that. You being very disrespectful.
Can I give you a real good 5 now?
5. Give me a little stupid ass light skin 5. We're gonna be Tevin Campbell, dude, Raheem Devon and shit. I don't want none of that shit, man. I don't want none of that shit.
Yo, Jay-Z, Eminem. Yeah, what? Eminem, and this is no order. There's no order. There's no order except for Jay's 1. And I might take Eminem out of this top 5.
Take him out entirely.
I might take him out. Kendrick Lamar. We have 3 classic albums. Undeniable.
I wasn't talking about now. I was talking about overall. My now is different than my overall.
I'm talking about overall. Bro.
Okay. That's different. It's different listening.
He got conscious to style. That's what I'm saying.
No. Kendrick's different. Kendrick's my favorite rapper right now.
That's what I'm saying. This is why Black and the Berries needed. Kendrick is.
I'll do that. But I wasn't going all time.
I'm going all time, bro. I'm going all times though. Kanye West. Stop.
That's even mine.
He's definitely there. He definitely did change music. He did.
Listen to what I'm saying. I want everyone to be clear because I want everyone to hear.
Airways and Heartbreaks did change it.
He changed music, not hip hop. He changed music.
Mm-hmm.
Kanye is out this world. Jay, Kendrick, Kanye. I might take him. You're gonna hate it, but it's just reality. Drizzy, Drake, Rogers is top 5.
Nigga don't even write his own songs.
You
can't put a nigga in top 5. Don't start with that. Don't do that with me, Scottie boy. Don't do that with me, boy. I'll end that Drake shit today. I'll end that shit today, right now.
Drake doesn't write.
He stole my whole flow.
You stole my Drake.
Yeah, what happened to that? Kendrick never had some shit like that. J. Cole never had some shit like that.
Drake, but they've never been as hot as Drake for 10 years. Drake's been dominant for 10 years.
He sounded Young Money, dog.
He's been dominant he out dominated. We lost Nicki,
bro.
She got sheathered bad. That's the best time I ever heard Ether is on Sheather.
Oh, now you're being very disrespectful.
that was
now you're being very disrespectful. That's pull up. That's pull up talk right there.
I was out of pocket. I had to get it off. It was my bad. I had to get it off. I was out of pocket. I apologize.
But not for nothing.
Drake has been dominant for 10 years.
No.
In any genre.
No. You can't say that. You can't say that.
No one's had a run like Drake in hip hop.
Bro, the hottest rapper signed him.
No one's had a run.
No. You're not. You can't say that. Like I didn't just say what I just said. The hottest. If LeBron James drafts a rookie and trains him, he's gonna be the best shit in the. If Anthony Edwards went to LeBron James, what do you think he would do?
But his son won't do that. We all know Bronny's not going to do that.
He's not doing that. I'm not talking about Brian James.
No. I'm not talking
about Brian James. I'm talking about Anthony Edwards. It's completely different from Bronny James. I didn't say Bronny James.
You said if LeBron trained, Bronny's been trained his whole life by LBJ.
That's different though. That's different. It's not Anthony Edwards.
Pete, has anyone had a reign like Drake for 10 years? 10 years.
All right.
Kind
But
of.
how many of them 10 years? How many of them hits his reference tracks? How many of them are
Only
shit
one.
he bought from other niggas? Don't say that. You can't say that.
There's this thing that I never want to say that, but there's this thing in like hip hop that is like it gets ostracized, but like music overall has always been a collective thing.
I understand that.
Like
I understand, and I know it recycles. I understand that. So some of our samples are the best samples of other old school. I understand that.
100%.
So it's always reference. But I will say this: if I put a song out and the song sounds very similar, not like sampled, like exactly similar, I have an issue.
Okay, so do you like Still Dre?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Your boy Jay-Z wrote that, didn't he?
Oh gosh. Oh god.
Your boy Jay-Z didn't wrote that, didn't he?
It's been done forever. The thing is, and I'm not saying that the reference.
A chorus been done forever?
I'm what?
The chorus has been done forever, or
no,
just like
no, the whole song has been done forever. Like I think I'm not saying the reference track shouldn't be brought up with Drake. What I'm saying is everyone in the industry has done it though.
I understand that, and that's why I praise Kendrick so much, because Pimp a Butterfly, he sampled Isley Brothers and George Clinton and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That was make it beautiful. But I could understand like these are actually Kendrick's words. How many words are Quentin's in Drake songs?
That's one song. That's
one song. I thought it was a whole project.
But that's 7 years.
I thought that was the whole project, though.
No, it was just the one song, and 7 years before that, Drake was hot.
Listen, my favorite piece from Drake is Comeback Season. That's
his first mixtape. You're telling me So Far Gone wasn't crazy?
Really?
So Far Gone was great, but Comeback Season was better than that.
No, you're crazy.
I could be crazy.
You're crazy.
I could be crazy.
Comeback Season is great, though. I don't want to get crazy. Comeback Season is great, but So Far Gone is.
So Far Gone is a close second. Those are his two best.
Like up there with like Dedication and The Drought.
Don't see now you're getting.
I didn't say it's better. I didn't say
Scottie.
it's better.
Scottie.
I did not say it's better.
You a funny nigga, aren't you? Don't see why you get disrespectful. You get very disrespectful. You try to slick this shit in. There is no way in hell So Far Gone is up to the Dedications. There's no way in hell.
It's up there.
There's no way in hell. Dedication 2, Dedication 3, is head and shoulders ahead of So Far Gone.
We agree. But here's my take.
Head and shoulders, though.
We agree. It's up
knees and toes,
there.
maybe.
It's up there. if it's at the elbow, fine, but it's up there. I'm trying to tell you, So Far Gone is crazy.
All right, so let's get this straight. I'm gonna give you the three-headed monster that's in top of hip hop right now, right? Can we agree it's J. Cole, Kendrick, and Kendrick, right? J. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake. I would say Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole. Yeah. P.
That's fair. Yeah.
Okay. What is Drake's favorite? What is Drake's best collection of music?
Best album?
Yeah. Or collect whatever mixtape, whatever you want to call it, because niggas be switching it up. What is his best project?
Critically acclaimed, I think.
Me too.
Critically acclaimed, I think. Take Care.
That's what I was gonna say. Is that what you say though?
But I think yes, but I think Views age very well. I think Views just age in a way that we didn't appreciate. But I'm gonna say Take Care. Take Care.
I think Views did age well, because I was just listening to it the other day. It was
Views aged so well.
I think it did, because I was just bumping it. All right. So what'd you say, P?
Nothing was the same.
I love Nothing Was the Same.
Love Nothing Was the Same.
So Nothing Was the Same.
These are all before Quentin.
Yeah, whatever. And what'd you say, Scottie? You said what?
I'm going to Take Care.
Oh, Take Care. All right, boom.
I was in an emotional state in my life. So
what is J. Cole's favorite most best project?
Forest Hill Drive.
Forest Hill? Really?
Forest Hill Drive.
Forest Hill was pretty
good. Everything after Born Sinner is a classic.
Right. I mean, we're not denying that.
Yeah, everything. Sideline Story. I like a lot.
I like that. Nobody's perfect.
Sideline Story a lot. But everything after Born Center, and I'm saying Born Center on is
Born Center is fire. Born Center. I'm about to go and get the
Unbelievable.
Illuminati. Yeah.
Sometimes I rhyme like ho.
Yeah. I would say either Forest Hills or KOD.
Ooh. Meditate.
KOD was stupid. Yeah. KOD
Oh,
was stupid.
KOD is so crazy.
What do you say, P?
I can't just collective. I could do mixtapes.
I mean, you want to say blow up? Then yeah.
He's cheating. He's cheating. You football niggas is so crazy. You gotta say Friday Night Lights.
Yes.
That shit was hard though. That shit was hard though. But it wasn't better than his albums though. It wasn't better.
Such a great body of work.
It wasn't better than his albums. Let's be real though. It wasn't.
I'm going albums. Just Forest Hills.
All right, Forest Hills.
Unbelievable.
All right, Kenny. Kung Fu Kenny. What's his best tape? This is the real.
Tape.
Huh?
Nico mixtape.
You're gonna say Section 80 is better than To Pimp a Butterfly?
Section 80 is hard though, but I don't know if Section 80 is better than Pimp a Butterfly. Nigga, first of all, between Pimp a Butterfly, Untitled, and Damn.
Good Kid, Mad City is top
that
5
too.
debut
I was gonna say
album.
That's a movie. That's a
album.
movie. That's a movie.
Top 5 debut album. That's up, and that again. That's up there with Reasonable Doubt. Is that an outrageous take?
No.
Oh, that's
it's up there with Illmatic and Reasonable.
Oh yes,
Doubt. Yeah.
I agree. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I think
and Ready to Die.
it might be those, and I think it might be As Dark as Hell is Hot and Get Rich or Die Trying. That might be top 5 for me.
Nah, Ready to Die got to be up there. Ready to Die got to be up there.
I was too young for Ready to Die.
I know, but it was still, when you look at it, that's
fire. I like Life After Death better than Ready to Die, to be honest with you, if I could be honest.
That's true.
But I was too young for Ready to Die. I don't get me wrong, I know it. I was too young to understand. Yeah.
All right, so Kung Fu Kenny's best piece. What is it, P?
Go Kid, Mad City.
Go Kid, Mad. Scottie, what do you say?
Such a great body of work.
What do you say, Scottie?
You're saying I said To Pimp.
Oh, Pump. Okay, yeah, I'm going with that. Pimp Butterfly. All right, so boom. Nothing Was the Same versus Forest Hills versus Pimp a Butterfly / Good Kid, Mad City.
I like what you did, but it's totally different albums. I love what you did, but total different albums. Total different albums. You don't listen to.
It's a collection of music, no? Is it not?
I love what you did. If we're putting on paper, I will sit here and tell you Pimp a Butterfly is better than all of those. I'm not gonna be here and be dishonest. It's The Pimp a Butterfly is the best body of work in that, but
sonically too.
Yes, sonically too. But what he did on To Pimp a Butterfly, like I don't even think this is not an outrageous take. I've said this on our show numerous times. I don't even think Tupac was good. But when Tupac came on To Pimp a Butterfly, I got chills, bro. I don't think he was good. I don't think Tupac was good. I say this all the time now. This is not new.
You said it.
Lowe's, I'm serious, bro. I think he lied to us, bro. He had hot songs, but he wasn't as a rapper, poop.
Before Death Row?
Before
Death Row, come on. Changes. Brenda's got a baby. Dear Mama. I'll get around.
Yes,
come on.
Yes.
Bro.
We agree. These are great songs. These are great songs, sonically songs, right? These are great. I'm not taking away from that. Soulja Boy makes great songs, though. Right?
Made
great songs. So did Tupac. Tupac made great songs.
Timeless songs, though.
Agreed. But You is a timeless song. It's going to be played at proms forever.
All right.
I'm just being I'm not comparing Tupac and Soulja Boy. I don't want anyone to just think that, but I think that Tupac was he's overrated. He's overrated.
Okay, I'm gonna let that one go.
And there's no way he's compared to Big. I never understood that.
No.
Even though I'm an East Coast guy, I never understood how you guys could put these two together.
Nah, Big's better. Big's way better.
Big's
way more vivid, way more like, you know.
Really?
But crazy. Pac was a poet, so they say.
Pac was an actor. Actor.
He became an actor, yes.
He went to Juilliard.
He did. He did. He
was an actor.
He did.
Like
so you think that
Yes, 100%. All of it. And that's the problem why his life was taken too short. Don't get me wrong. he was bred and founded in that, with his mother being a Black Panther and all that other stuff. I get
Yeah.
it, but like, bro, you don't come from that and then go all the way to Juilliard. You think anybody at Juilliard was on that type of time? No, bro. He leaned into that. He leaned into that.
I think
and
it was Suge. It was Suge's fault.
Yes.
It was bailed him out.
Yes. And unfortunately, it led to the way it led, but he was an actor. That's why he was
whereas Big, you believe 100%.
Oh, Big said, she looks so good, I will her daddy. That's
enough.
That's when you hear that, you're like, yo, boy, I get it.
No, I've never got that. I've never got that.
But I'm saying, to paint a picture, the way to paint a picture, you're willing to go to that level. There's no artistry like it. There's no artistry like it. And
we're gonna have to break that on.
And Big's flow, the way he can code switch is outrageous.
Oh, uncanny.
When he did the Arm and Dangerous, can't too many things with us. Come on, boy. Like,
yeah.
Come on, son. He left bone on their own flow.
Right. And that's why I said he's number one.
Boy.
He's number one. If it's anybody, he's number one. Because
he's not number one. He didn't have enough time.
He's number one.
Here's why I get nervous with Big, because
you don't think he would have been even better?
Bro, he would have aged.
I hope he would have been better, but
we just don't know.
The one thing, yes.
Big, no, you don't understand, because remember, Big tapped into a market or an ability that a lot of people wasn't doing at the time, which was rapping over these R&B beats. You know what I'm saying? These super soulful 70s, 80s R&B beats. He could have did that for the rest of his life, just in that realm.
I never take that away from you, but these are all what ifs. My thing is, like,
right.
The greatest artists that we all consider are able to transition and trendset. I'm not saying Big wouldn't be able to do that.
So Jay-Z is the greatest that are alive.
Oh my gosh, did he not? Did he not? Holy smokes, did he not? Look what he did. Look what he did, bro. we get 444, and then you think about Big Pimpin'. Right? Think about, like,
I wasn't jacking 444
you like that. Nigga what? Nigga who, boy?
I wasn't jacking 444 like that.
Come on,
I thought Magna Carta was better than 444.
Magna Carta is better than Views, but it's like Views, it aged outrageous. Magna Carta is such a body of work that's unbelievable. But think about how he transitioned in his career. And I think about artists who are able to transition. We can see it with any form of entertainment. Why did Will Smith lose his torch? He's back now. Don't get crazy. He's back now.
It was the entanglement.
Yeah, and
that's what happens. Nigga shut his whole shit down.
You have to be able to grow.
And the more Big Willie style when you get entangled.
Yo, you have to be able. Yeah, bro. That's light skin, bro. Rec always tell you stay away from Rebel. But you have to be able to grow with the time. You have to be able to transition. And once you lose that, it's hard. And to see, you don't know if people are able to do it. Like, you just don't know. You don't give them the opportunity to see that, because their life was taken too soon, bro. Right. Like 50 Cent, if this was a conversation we were having in 2004 about 50 Cent, we would say 50 Cent musically is going to be the greatest ever. What he did in 2003 was, we was in New York. We was in New York. His whole album was playing on the radio.
Nah, you're right.
Like he had
the game in a chokehold, but I didn't think that he was gonna be the greatest ever.
But think about this though.
Niggas and Jay-Z and Nas still alive. I didn't think he was gonna be the greatest ever.
But look about this though. Musically, he didn't do what he was doing. But look how he transitioned to the stars and the power.
Oh, yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Do we know if Big would have transitioned out of different ways? We don't know if he would have took the 50 route. We don't know if he took the J route.
Because look in the 2 years that he did it. He was already on movies. He was already on shows.
We don't know, though.
No, we do know. It's on TV. We do know.
Yes, but we know that Jay's been here for 25 years and has never left us. We know that every Sunday night we tune in to 50 Cent. Where did
Jay get that though? Where did Jay get that though? He's looking up to the big homie.
No, I got that from Marcy Project.
Part of it though.
You know,
how much a big? What did he say? What did Cam say? How much of big rhymes gonna come out your fat lips? You know what I'm saying? What did he say?
I say
You're
a
the
big
king of
verse
New
on it.
York. You're the king of New York. Open toe chocolatas. You know what I'm saying?
I say a big verse. I'm just bigging up my brother. I'm big enough to do it. I'm bigging up my barrel. I'm that thorough. You from Brooklyn. You don't want me to do this. You don't want me to do this Brooklyn thing, right? Because the reason why the Nets are relevant is because of Jay.
Yeah, because
Am I bugging out? Am I bugging?
That's not music though. He dropped an album about that.
This is yes. Yes, we go over 82, and I'm looking at you like, what?
This nigga's a Jay-Z historian. This nigga's a Jay-Z historian. Is it sacrilegious for you to even listen to this nigga?
It's so bad. I used to idol worship whole family.
You know what I'm saying? Is it even sacrilegious for you to even listen? This nigga calls himself Jehovah. You didn't even listen to no bullshit like that.
I was a sinner, baby. I was a sinner. I still am, bro.
You gotta be fucked up out here instead of God's son.
What I'm
just like the rest of us.
It's like we've seen the transition, we've seen the greatness, we've seen it all happen, and we've seen influence culturally how crazy these guys still have a stamp. Jay-Z hasn't dropped the album since 444, was probably like 3-4 years ago. But we get last year Jay-Z's verses were outrageous. The Drake verse, the Kanye verse on Jail. Gosh, holy smoke! I'll be honest with you. Fabio has the best verse on Donda, but I'm not a hater.
Donda.
I'm gonna be honest. The J verse though is like Hova and Jesus, like Moses and come on, bro. But then you think about like these guys are still culturally like we just watched the Super Bowl. Thank you, Jay. Brooklyn Nets might go to the finals. Thank you, Jay.
No, fuck you. No, not last part. No, fuck that.
Real quick question.
He just brought them to Brooklyn. He ain't acquired a team and all that.
You know who KD and Kyrie's sports agency is?
Yes, Rock Nation. Yeah, understand. But he's okay. You have some side conversations. Don't mean you officially acquired these niggas. We don't know that.
You gonna tell me the whole way like yo, Brooklyn look nice and Brooklyn look nice. You ain't gonna tell me.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he. I mean, definitely. If Hov, first of all,
I still own my seats. I'm still keeping my ticket.
If Hov,
hold on, I want to say this to you. You know, there's an interview right now. There's an interview right now by Little C's big right hand man, where he says Jay-Z was better than me.
Jay-Z was younger. He had more potential.
Man, like short sleeves are right to bare arm. Gosh.
That's that. What? Are you kidding me? You're gonna say like, come on, bro.
They got
listen, no. You know, listen. I listen to a lot of battle rap. I watch a lot of battle rap.
I'm with it. Yo, I'm with it. Who's the best? Loaded Luck. I'm with it. I'm hitting you, baby. First smack back. I got a nigga to back smack. I'm with it. I can do this hip hop thing with you all day, Los. Pete knows this. I can do this all day with you, baby. You know what I'm saying?
The nigga said Loaded Lux. I'm done. The nigga said Loaded Lux. I'm done. The nigga said Loaded Lux. Let me tell you something.
Best ever.
Let me tell you something.
Best ever, boy.
He might be the best ever. I ain't gonna lie about that one. But I ain't gonna lie. Ever, yeah. But right now, no.
No. Not even close right now.
Right. Okay. Fair. But it like to me, it's like you can't like because I didn't heard. I'm a student in the game, just like you with music. And then in terms of like battle rap, I had so many lines and so many analogies and shit like that. The simple bar ain't gonna appease me no more because I didn't heard that shit a million times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, I gotta write the that.
That line was so crazy though.
That was just brush off me. Like, you know how many times I heard that shit?
96 though. That
was you're right. 96. It was 96. Sounds familiar though. I was all 4 years old, but still sound familiar back then. You know what I mean? I was going over bars back then.
I'm not in tune in battle rap as I once was, and like I want to get back into it.
We got the app now. We got an app now.
I got it. Don't be crazy. I got it.
Okay.
Like it's just hard. It's just work. Like battle rap, you got to really listen to and break down. But I learned conversation through battle rap. Like I learned how to pull people in with like verses. So like when you're talking to a person and you can quote a movie or entertainment, how battle rap does with their punchlines. I've learned how to like entertain conversations with that. Like it's funny because I think battle rap is super important, but I also think like it's unfortunate that the stigma of them not being able to transition out sucks. But that's why
you have some breaking the mold. My man Sue Surf breaking the mold.
Agreed, but that's why I don't think Eminem gets enough credit. He started in that realm, baby. He started in that realm, and then he went to like high. You know what I'm saying? You might see me walking. You might see me jogging. You might see me walking the dead Rottweiler with his head chopped off with a spike collar. But I noticed, I love rap, boy. I do. It's unbelievable how much I love it. I got a line in my pocket. I'm lying. I got a 9 in my pocket.
My problem with Eminem is
he didn't transition well.
I can't relate.
Me either. He didn't transition well. But I relate to anger. This is where I think people.
But not for nothing. He used to say some weird shit. What the fuck is felching?
He did.
Why, what? I don't. Okay. Actually, boy, Eminem. What he said. What's felching?
Yeah, no, he did. He wilded out.
he didn't even say. He goes, yeah, no, he wilded out.
Here's what I related to. I related to the angst of Eminem. I related to the anger, right? Of being a kid and not having a father and that disconnect you. You're angry, and I related to the anger. He was one of those guys who like rap at the time was still, you got to remember, rap was still like cool. Like it was gritty. But it was like, yo, I'm gonna rob you. I couldn't rob nobody. I was too young to be robbing people. I never robbed anyone in my life. I don't know what that's like.
I stole a couple things in my life.
Stealing and robbing is two different things, bro.
Good. I'm glad we're on the same page.
It's two different things, bro. But like the angst and the anger of what Eminem was at the time, I really related. This is what I'm saying. You from Brooklyn with a poodle. I respect you.
Listen. Niggas got whitewashed. You know what I'm saying? Moved to Long Island. I went up to Oneonta. You know what I mean? It's different now. I did have a pit bull though. Ask Dean. Dean got my pit bull now. I did do the stereotypical black dog. But now I got a white dog.
I got a poodle. Don't get me wrong. I got a poodle. I just got one, so I'm with you.
I know you're talking about the hypoenergelic shit. I know. It's different bag.
Baby, I'm with it. I'm gonna get it. But after my boys, bro, I'm getting a Ken Corso. So don't get crazy.
My bad. Ain't nobody. You ain't testing your gangster. You good?
Ain't nobody listening. We good.
Yeah, you good. Yeah, you straight. Ain't nobody testing your gangster. I know we said Joe Rogan. This ain't Joe Rogan no more. This is turned into Drink Champs.
I'm ready
for sure.
I'm ready. We missed an All-Star weekend.
This is definitely Drink Champs. This time. This is far from Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan only go for 2:30. Drink Champs is like 4 or 5 hours.
I'm ready. We can do a 2-part series. We can do whatever. But please make sure you're coming to end. I think it's the 28th. Is the last Monday of the month.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah, we'll make that work.
The 28th, but I definitely want y'all to come on Low Sports Show because that's not even the name of that. It's Hump Day Highlights. I'm sorry, not Low Sports Show. Hump Day Highlights Show.
Yeah.
Definitely with that. Chop it up, sports. You know what I mean? That's the wheelhouse. Feel me? And this is very, y'all see the clips.
You do all sports too, which I love.
I do all of them. As much as, not all of them, but majority just football and basketball. You know what I mean? I'll cover some soccer stuff. I'll cover some shit that's in the world too. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, there's shit that needs to be covered in the world. Like I remember one time we covered a girl who's on a French national team and a French club team who ordered a hit on her teammate so she could get playing time. Like shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, allegedly. Yeah. Allegedly did that. You know what I'm saying? So
speaking of that, I hope you. I'm gonna tune in on Wednesday because I hope you cover Shakira Richardson, her new tweet about what took place with the 15-year-old girl.
I definitely need to get into that. I definitely need to get into that.
I can't wait to see your take on that.
There's a lot that we need to get into for that, but there's a lot in the sports world too. I mean, because I'm definitely geeked about NFL with the offseason in terms of where is Aaron Rodgers gonna go, where is Deshaun Watson gonna go. There's a lot, NBA's coming up, All-Star weekend. We got to reflect too, so there's a lot we're gonna get to.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna say this right now. I said it on our show. Aaron Rodgers. I'll trade him right now. Dak Prescott, first round picks. I'll take Aaron Rodgers right now for the Cowboys.
Okay.
You know what? I respect that. As a Cowboy fan, I see the win now in you. You know what I'm saying? I say that. However, Something tells me Jerry wouldn't do that.
No, he absolutely wouldn't.
Because
I don't think Green Bay would either. Which they're crazy.
yeah, I would definitely take Dak. Fuck that.
Yeah.
How long Dak got left?
Huh?
How long Dak has
He
left?
just
on
signed
his
a
He
deal?
just signed. Yeah, he signed a new deal.
It's over. We got him for the rest of his career.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that. He's still better than that guy up north in New England. Respectfully, he's better than
Mac.
Yo,
Yeah.
chill. Max Alabama. You know, I ride with Alabama.
I respect it, but he's not. He's better than Mac.
How many players?
He is better than Mac. He is better than
He has
Mac.
one. More than Mac.
How old is he?
25, 26.
Yeah.
27 maybe.
No, Dak.
No. Yeah, Dak. I think maybe like 26, some shit like that.
26.
All right. So let's let some time go on, and we'll
Okay. Please
Right.
let some time go on. Please, I'll take
come back to
whatever. We can do Skip and Shannon. I'll bet you any Mountain Dew case, however you want. I'm promising you, within the next 5 years, you guys will never ever be better than the Cowboys with Michael Parsons. I'm telling you. Just our defense is going to be.
Parsons wave.
Yeah, our defense
First of all,
is going to be dominant for 5 years.
the Patriots don't even got skills. Y'all ain't got no skill
Exactly.
players.
It's over. Bill Belichick. Here's what I'll say. Bill Belichick is not getting a ring.
I ain't gonna say that.
I'm saying it right now. Bill Belichick.
Because he could move to another team and get a ring.
In New England.
Okay, fair enough.
So I'm saying, P. I'm with you. Know, P.
That's
You
six.
know you get me with this, bro. I can't wait to hump their highlights to see about this Pierre Richardson situation.
How many rings y'all got?
5, baby. What's up? You know what I'm rolling now.
None since when though?
Since Illmatic came out, but it's okay though. It's okay. Illmatic is great. Cowboys is great.
I like you did that. I think it was a little bit later, but yeah, I think we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. I think Illmatic came out first, but yeah, you know what I mean. Not since Michael Irvin was sniffing coke, but yeah, I get it. I get it.
The White House.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
The White House. That's the White House, bro. Yeah, let's get up out of here, bro, man. I don't know how you close the show, man, but I'm thankful.
All right, boom. So Black of the Berry. I'm done.
Yo, thank you guys for having us.
Dean usually does this.
Great time, man. Thank you guys for holding down while I was taking care of the family,
doubt.
man. I appreciate
No doubt,
y'all
man.
being considerate,
PTB,
man. That's
Jackie
important.
Boys Podcast, Pierre, Scottie, Dean left, Los in the building. Peace, love, and chicken, y'all. I love y'all. We love y'all. We're gonna keep coming back, man. And this is definitely what? Drink Champs-esque. So
Drink Champ.
yeah, I mean, shout out to that. Peace, love, and chicken. We love y'all. And adios. Ciao, niggas.